Today's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan podcast is brought to you by
buddocs.org. We all see Dr. Shanlate.
Yeah,
my mom sees Dr. Shanlate.
Oh, yeah, tons of my friends do. And now with telemedicine, now if you've never been before, you have to go and see the doc in person your first time.
Yeah.
But after that, you just roll into telemedicine, and it'll be the easiest doctor visit you ever do.
Every 7 months when you go to re-up your recommendation, it takes 1 minute you to FaceTime with the doctor.
If you're a new patient, though, and you go and you see Dr. Shanlate, you see him in person for your first visit, but then you're going to get approved same day. You're going to be able to drop by the different dispensaries, and Dr. Shanlate does something completely crazy that I don't even know how he has the time to do this, but if you go to buddocs.org, there's an area, and it pops right up. It says Bud Deals. If you click on that, he's going to save you a lot of money because he's already curated all the deals in this area. You don't even have to do anything.
Yeah. And a lot of these dispensaries, your first visit, they give you 40-50% off. Like, you could hit each one. There's a lot of them now. Transfer patients are only $99. Existing patients are $125. New patients are $175. But you can make a same-day appointment. You can go there, get your recommendation same day, and leave there with the email and go to a dispensary. All in one day.
Yeah, all in one day. And don't forget, now that telemedicine is back, if you're an existing patient, it will be the easiest thing you do for your recommendation.
Yeah, multiple locations, Lake Mary's, Hunters Creek, Tampa, and Melbourne. It's buddocs.org.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
It is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Sam, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hey.
I don't know if Seth thinks it's college game day or what's happening here, but he has a...
Wow, Seth is on strike.
Okay, yeah, hold on. I got to put the camera on that.
I knew I should have said, what do you think? What are you planning? I could have, I knew it. I was like, maybe it could be good. Or like, it could be some surprisingly good bit.
You and I were talking about it, and we thought, we definitely aimed a little higher than this, right?
Seth is here. Okay. What are you doing? All right, okay.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to talk.
All right, so Seth text me something.
So he's here for no reason. Okay, great.
So he's doing a bit. Okay, he says...
so long.
Okay.
He can't read. Put your glasses on, Grandpa.
All right, do you want me to read it? I can read it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, it's very long. Good Lord. You
should have sent it to me.
He says, I want to address a matter of utmost importance, one that has been weighing heavily on my comedic conscience. It has come to my attention that my current compensation for being a guest on your podcast is not quite in line with the comedic genius that I bring to the show. I must humbly point out that my accidental, semi-racist remarks, awful stories, and other things make others feel better about themselves and impeccable sense of toilet humor have been the highlight of each episode I've appeared on. It is only fair that my bank account reflects the sheer hilarity and entertainment value I bring to your listeners. I understand that laughter is priceless, but let's be honest here. Even a semi-wealthy man needs to pay his bills. Therefore, I kindly request that my compensation be increased 20% to match the level of laughter-inducing brilliance I consistently deliver. After all, laughter is the best medicine, but it doesn't take but it doesn't pay for Tracy's future mommy makeover.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's pretty funny.
Oh,
I trust that you will see my comedic logic in my request and take it seriously. I look forward to your response and a resolution that ensures my comedic genius is appropriately recognized and rewarded. Until my demands are met, I will take a vow of silence on your show. I will, however, continue to silently fart repeatedly on your couch during the podcast.
Well, that's
All right.
hostile.
There you go.
So, okay. Well, if
are out
you're
of-
going
we
to do
are-
business,
Sounds-
I'll do
All right,
business.
let's
Sounds like he just ran out of bits to me.
Someone get my purple suit. It's business time. So I'll tell you what I'm sure all the NFL owners told the running backs that work for them. It's not my fault. It's the market's fault. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
a passing league.
I would love to pay you more, but the problem is the market for retired MMA, fighters.
Their value's gone down.
Who are already rich, richer than the person you're asking for. It'd be like if Jonathan Taylor was richer than the owner,
Right.
and he's wanting a raise.
He would be playing. It would be funny to see a dumb old white guy out there running and smashing into people and abusing his body.
Like
I'd laugh at that.
You're asking the owner for more money, that you make more money than he does.
Okay.
So that's a problem.
Yeah.
So Seth, I'll be.
Are you allowed to
business
talk
owner.
during negotiation? I feel like that would be fair. A little bit. He's saying a little bit. Okay.
Because
You're
so-
making a lot of people happy that you're not talking, too. There's that.
So I'll tell you what a executive at Clear Channel once told me.
Oh, do you want me to do the
You're
voice?
gonna be a bug man.
Not that one. Not
That was the lady. That was the lady.
I'll tell you
now
that
he's
too.
talking about the guy.
What are you going to do? Be a bug man?
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
But the guy was like,
You gotta be like MJ over in Tampa, and you gotta have leverage.
Exactly. So what he meant by that is he's like, I'm not ever going to give you a raise unless you force me to by saying you're going to go on another show and they're going to pay you more.
right. And I know you're not going to be on Sam's show because that's just
You have to pay me.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I know you don't want to be on Remy's show because you did that Friday and you
Yeah.
saw how hard that was.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
think
did you guys not get along?
no, they got along, but Remy's he's taking a turn.
And then other radio shows
Oh, no.
don't
Is he
pay
dying?
no one
What's
nothing.
happening?
No, it just,
Yeah. So radio's out.
Yeah.
So I would ask you, where else are you going to go, Seth?
So there's the counter.
Yeah. Like,
There'll
where's
be
your
nothing in this town without Tom Van.
Where's your leverage?
Well, I just got a contract to start commentating again.
Hey!
And that's going to take a lot of my time.
That's cool.
So I could start and go do that again.
Commentating for who?
Yeah, for who you working with?
Valor BK, Ken Shamrock's new bare knuckle organization.
Valor BK. The Burger King.
BK.
Valor.
Have it
Valor
your way.
Hi, I'm
BK's
Valor
bare knuckle.
BK.
No. So I imagine that the fights are happening.
Wapple MMA.
How often are you going to be commentating? Once every
Couple months.
couple months, and then also.
He's trying to scam you out of extra baby makeover money.
And also, if you're trying to tell me that you're going to be busy doing other things, is a blatant lie because we just showed up at your house in the middle of the day and you were there
I think
doing
you just
nothing.
woke up.
Yeah, Tracy was scrambling to get out the door to go to her job, and you're just sitting around.
Also, you can't ever tell me you're busy all the time, and then every time we look in the
He's
chat
out on
room,
his
you're there.
boat. Yeah, he's in the chat room. He's out on his boat.
I've never even watched the chat room in my life. I have no idea how to even get there because I'm too goddamn busy.
He's right. You go to chat rooms we don't even
Yeah.
go to. I've never been in the medium chat room, and then I'll see you pop up and just like, I farted. It's like, there he is. He's there.
So
I'm lifting weights as I do that. I really am.
So I'll put the ball in your court, Seth, and this is a good example to everybody out there trying to get a raise. By the way, you know how much shit I get from everybody, including every employee of T&D Media, that I even pay you to begin with?
We're asking for raises. Hold the fuck on.
Sam's about to quit because
Yeah,
she brings it up.
I thought I told you not to reveal that.
She brings it every time we're sitting there dead silence like we like it in the studio, and she's like,
We like it.
the only thing she ever does say to me
how we like
is that she, every a couple weeks she'll ask me, why do you pay Seth? Explain to me
Out of
again.
nowhere.
Yeah, explain that, and then I have to
And
explain.
I sit quietly in here, and I don't say a word.
Yeah. And
I hide.
It's like I'm Casey Anthony explaining what happened.
Taking me to Universal parking lot.
You're worse.
Yeah, I'm stumbling
say
He
over.
just starts
worse.
rummaging through papers.
yeah.
He's like, I used to work here. I swear.
And I swear, I've talked myself
Yeah,
into
I've never heard
justifying
you
it.
answer. I've never
Oh
heard
yeah,
you
I
answer.
told her, and this I swear to
No,
God,
you
this is all
circle
true.
back around.
No, I say, all right, this is the real reason, because Seth says a lot of things that are actually bad for himself.
Yeah, he
you
does.
know, he makes himself look
Yeah,
bad.
he does reveal his inner disgusto.
Yeah. Telling
Yeah.
the world how he really thinks
Yeah,
is
he
a
pulls his
detriment
shirt
to
up
his life and
he
business.
shows his true core.
Yeah. So I'm like, so if someone's going to come on the show and make themselves look bad time
Yeah.
after time
It's,
after,
It's
you
like
know.
target compensation.
Yeah, exactly. You have to pay for that,
Right.
you know. And,
Yeah. It's like if you get a blowjob from a hooker, you got to pay for it.
yeah. So anyway, if you can get another offer from somewhere else, another media
Then we
company,
can entertain. Then we can talk.
Yeah, like this other company, I'm going to walk because this company's paying me 20% more, and then I'll be forced to pay you the 20% more. See, that's how it works. That's usually how business works.
What say you?
Well, you'd have to pay somebody else to be here if I wasn't here.
That's not
No,
true.
that's
Every other guest that comes in
Yeah,
comes in for
that's
free.
absolutely not
We're
true.
literally the only one they pay,
this
which
is
is
part-
why everyone's mad, by the way.
This is part of the conversation.
Yeah.
This is,
Okay, so meet me at 15%.
Oh, you're failing. Now he knows he's got you. And now
That's all.
That was the longest
That's the lowest
The glitch.
And we're not talking about 15% of $100,000 here. We're talking about
He knew he had you, and once he knew he had you at 50%, he knew he would never have to pay you, and then he got so happy. He went, That's the craziest shit I've ever seen. You glitched out.
So, what were you saying?
we're talking
15%.
we're talking about twice a month. We're talking about $30 a month. That's my Netflix bill.
Okay, all right. So,
What if we just put you on one of our Netflixes? Is that how you say it? Netflixes is?
I'll
Netfly?
What if I just add you to my Netflix? It's the same thing, and then we're not having to pay the $30.
So I'll
Like a trade out.
Yeah, I'll put you on mine. Just don't go to Maisie's because that's the one I use for all my my horrible adult anime.
I'll do what radio did to me and everybody else. Can I just make you an executive producer of the show?
I like that.
And you can put that
Wait,
on
what
your
the
business
fuck
card.
is my title then?
You're just a regular producer.
I got demoted?
Yeah,
Well, I'm just saying,
we
it just
don't
works.
have
It's
an
not- it means
executive.
nothing.
We don't have an executive
I'm
producer.
just
We've
saying-
never had one because guess what? I was one, and guess what it is? It's a fucking nothing. It's something that they
It's a
say.
word.
It's something that they say to appease you because they don't have money. They did it to me like 100 times.
It's word money.
Yeah.
It's the best kind
They
of money.
did it to me twice. When I was working for Ed Till, they made me an associate producer.
Oh,
No such fucking thing. No such fucking thing. There's no such thing as that. And then they made me executive producer, executive producer. I've been 3.
Yeah, but what does the title even do?
Nothing.
It's like, why do anybody even want a title that is so you can tell
it was a
other
big
people?
deal back in the day because Jimmy fought for it. Remember when we used to have to play credits at the end of the show? It became like a big deal. Then if you weren't on the credits, you're mad.
Oh, I was never in the credits.
Well, you missed it.
10%.
Glitched out again. So 10% now. Okay, true negotiation here. So this is also what I've learned from Clear Channel and other giant corporations is, so I'll give you a 10% raise, but you're going to have to do some more work here. We're going to have to, so
Clown suit,
It's
kicking some shit.
Oh, I got every single time you come in, you have to produce after the show 2 different viral videos that we'll put out there.
We need you to
little 30-second reels.
Yeah.
That's where the
and
money's
you're also
at.
going to have to change all of your social media to be mediocre set. It's got to be on brand. It's got to be on brand. It's
You can't
gotta
go
be
out
on
there and
brand.
build
No,
your
no,
own.
You can't just go out there. We're not going to. We have to start locking you down. You're also going to have to change the name of the jungle to Mediocre Jungle and Mediocre Karate.
Yeah. And then you have to come with a new bit every day.
Yep.
Which, speaking of that, is this a new bit where you come in?
Yeah. He's
ask for
on
a
strike
raise
every week on strike.
how do you ask for raises at work? Because the only way to actually get a raise is to
Ask for
threaten
it.
to leave or quit, right? Why would
Taking
they?
some notes here.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, I think the times that I did it, and I've only done it once. I walked into Chris Kampmeyer's office and I said, "Hey, I haven't had an increase in my wage in a while, and I would like one." It was that simple.
And did they give it to you?
And then he was like, "Let's talk about it." And we sat down, and I already had like itemized all of my duties for being a producer.
You didn't bring a cardboard cutout?
No, that's like, and that is.
I just stopped at two places.
I couldn't even read
Publix
that.
didn't even have it. I
couldn't even read that. I was like, what is
Really?
It's a horrible handwriting.
Oh, yeah, I bet it.
Also, the point of a
It's like
strike.
Tracy does everything for me at the dojo.
The point of a strike is to shut down the company's business.
We're like,
right?
oh my god, we can't do the show.
Well, for 20 minutes, you'd have to find something else to do, as I was supposed to say my
No, we
goodbye.
just move on to the second segment.
Well,
the second segment is the first.
It would still be a little bother for you.
And anything we planned, we never do anyway.
Yeah.
None of this was planned. We have a bunch of stuff we never get to.
we have a bunch of better.
You haven't even done your plugs yet.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, the plugs.
Oh my god, the plugs are way more
All
important
right,
than the
10%,
strike.
I'll do extra stuff after.
Okay, well, extra videos?
Yeah, whatever you
Okay,
want.
all right, extra
right.
No
videos.
sexual stuff.
And then how
Maybe
prepared...
some sexual stuff.
Well, it's also, aren't you too good to ask for $15?
Yeah, it's a little sad. I gotta be honest.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I'm
This
trying
is
to
the
figure out why he does it.
It's the principle,
I
man.
think he likes making you just give him small amounts of money.
That's true.
Because it's
he
literally-
remembers every time because I'll forget all the time, almost every single time I forget.
Do you know?
That's why you had to start putting my checks to come in the mail because you kept forgetting to pay me.
Yeah.
Do you know how secretly, because I don't talk about this because I'm trying to be better about my temper, but do you know how secretly angry it makes me every Friday afternoon to see y'all texting each other about $100 or whatever? Like, it's always like, where's my money? And I'm like, just fucking stop it! Stop it!
And then I put in the PayPal notes, drugs or sex or
Yeah,
something.
or
And
even
then
like
every
gay
single time-
sex,
bad stuff. Have to hide that.
And then
Proud Boy initiation money.
But it'll be 2 weeks later and says like, "Hey," and then he treats me like he's a bully in high school. He's like, "Hey, butt fucker, you forgot my money." And then I'm hanging with my family. on the
I'm at
weekend.
church with my grandma.
Keeping you honest, man.
No, but then
You're
I'm
trying
like,
to jip me out of some money.
So you can't say that.
I can't say jip. I was about to say, can I say jip?
No.
Well, there's my semi-racist remark.
Oh, that is worth $10.
There you go.
You go back to being on a silent strike. Thanks.
yeah. Say it like anyway. All right, I'll make the decision at the end of the show.
Well, no, that's not how this silence works.
No, we need to see you at the new $110 level to see.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I wanna
Prove
see,
your worth.
Yeah, I want to see if the energy level is higher. I want to see. We'll check some of the personal people meters to see how the audience is testing.
No,
with
fuck
it.
the audience.
Yeah. We'll gauge how many
Miss Tracy.
diamonds we get in Twitch every time you're on.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything happening in the chat room. No
'Cause
donations.
There's
no,
that's
there's a
unreal.
lot of people, especially girls, bigger girls, in particular.
What are you talking about?
That hate you. You know what I'm saying? And then
It's sad because they hate themselves more than me. So.
Oh my god, that is worth $110.
and then they
When you usually lash out at others is when you hate yourself.
and Daniel will tell me on Reddit, they'll be like, I don't listen to. Or the Reddit likes it, right? Because they lean heavy.
No, you get a little bit of everybody. You get a little bit of love for everybody. You know, everybody is liked. In fact, most people say the rotation is good, but everybody, you know, there are people that have
Everyone
their
has their
favorites.
favorites, yeah.
Some people love Seth, some people love Brendan, some people don't like Brendan, or like that's not their show, and some people don't like Seth. You know,
or should we do the 90s radio poll?
Trash or smash.
To put at the poll, because then everybody start competing with each other.
Well,
and
I
get
don't
toxic.
think a lot of people knew that he was the only one getting paid. That might sway some votes.
yeah. You may have just blown up your whole show.
Other guests actually bring content.
No, I know, yeah,
Right.
but they've never asked, and I'll never tell.
It's a don't ask, don't tell. It's just we're running like the military here.
And if someone did ask me, like a Ross
I'd be
or
like,
Brendan,
I'd be like, what's that? That's what I would give them because I'm not like,
Well, you could physically probably beat them up. I'll beat the shit out of you.
like I'm technically not
No,
involved
his whole
in this.
gimmick is coming on the show. The payment is advertisement for your business.
Oh yeah, that's worked out great.
Well, that's your character.
Jackal is in there because of all.
Yeah.
one
We got a
person.
couple.
No, there's a
medium
few.
maybe two.
We
No.
put a lot of fat people in your gym.
Chase.
There's
Chase,
other
he's a
BDS.
coach
That's the
now.
number 2 that I
He's
said.
a coach. He's working for you. Should be paying us.
What do
We
you mean?
found
There's
the
not
great
a coach.
talent.
There's
Coach Chase.
There's a couple kids in there.
Yeah.
No,
I think how many people go to the jungle because of remember the time I worked out there for a couple
And
days.
They do the
Yeah.
whippy. They do the whippies.
No, they all want more than the discount I already give them. And then there they.
You gotta,
We have to tell them
You gotta go deep discount.
We have to tell them to wash their clothes because they smell like cigarette smoke usually.
That'll get them in.
I do like.
Oh, that's worth $10.
One of the greatest.
See, I'm
things-
showing you my work.
One of the greatest things in martial arts is the smoke-smelling gi. I love it. It's so contradictory, right?
And did
It's
you-
like, how could you be top-tier ninja if your gi is filled with Pall Mall?
And then, like, right before you pull up to work out, you're sucking it down, trying to get as much as you can. You're like, I'm going to be out without it for an hour, so we're going to smoke it.
Are there-
My pad holding coach actually for like 3 or 4 of my UFC fights was a chain smoker. Like he would be out back smoking, come in, hold pads for me. I'd smell it. He'd take a break, go smoke, come right back, hold pads for me. It was awful.
Why is it awful?
But he was a good pad holder. But he just
It's a steady cigarette.
I had an asthma attack every time.
Steady cigarettes.
Was he one of those dudes that is like ripped to like in good shape
Yeah,
and
yeah,
smokes
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And they can like work out heavy. How do you do that? How do you
No,
smoke and work out all
Now,
the time?
are there any guys at your dojo, you don't have to say any names, are there any that you suspect drive their smoking and then change there so they don't smell like smoke? Or like maybe run their clothes in the trunk, or something?
No, but they're cigarettes. No weed. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a-
Oh, we're gonna
Well,
talk
that's
about
healthy.
We
That's
got
medicine.
EJ calling online too.
Oh, okay. Oh, God.
Yeah, our team's gonna fight.
that. All right, EJ, can you hear us?
Hey, what's going on? I'm off today. If you want me to come in, I'll come in and you can replace Seth right now.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
On the
he'll
table.
do it for free.
On the table.
So, all right. And EJ, he's about to get a perm for the show.
Yes.
Because he
This guy.
I'm not
challenged.
going to
Oh, wait,
I'm
wait.
definitely going to beat you in that race.
I told you I wear a wig for the show.
No, this guy's gonna
It's legit perm
He
hair.
has like jet black
Thick,
Three
wavy.
Stooges hair, and he's gonna get a perm in it. It's gonna be
I use the
amazing.
same men's GTX like you do, Seth.
Seth, okay, well, while EJ's on the line,
Yeah.
let me just talk to you real quick. On Tuesday, we're doing this race, a swimming race, okay?
Yeah.
Have you seen EJ?
I don't think so.
EJ,
Maybe.
how much do you currently weigh?
I'm not going to tell you that.
He weighs 300 pounds.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my God! Too fat to swim?
No, I'm saying.
No, they swim better. They float.
No, but I think that's
yeah.
a hindrance. I think you want to.
Oh yeah, you can't go fast, but you can float.
Yeah, I mean,
If it was a floating
Let's go,
competition.
let's go floating.
it's not a float race.
Well, if we go on them like a raft.
A flotilla.
So EJ has confidently challenged
Yeah.
me to a swimming race where he said,
Well, he says he swims 50 laps a day.
yeah, he says, which
I don't.
50 wait, there and back one or there one, two. But
I don't-
still, either way, that's a
How
lot.
many laps do you do,
50
EJ?
laps 3 times a week, I think it was.
yeah, but it's in his
I've been
pool.
doing it more than that lately.
Oh.
His pool's
Okay.
20
So
foot
you
long.
do. Yeah, so you have
It's-
you have a kiddie pool. You walk back.
No, he's on his back going this type of
It's not a jacuzzi.
So,
not a jacuzzi. It's not a jacuzzi.
so then he made the bet. He said he'd perm his hair for a week,
Yeah.
and then, or
I can't wait.
Or I would have to, if I lose, I'll have to wear a bear suit while I broadcast for a week, right?
yeah.
Or and
Oof,
then
stinky.
Yeah,
Talk
but-
about cigarette
not that
smoke.
big of a deal, though.
But Seth, do you understand? Like how? And I'm not a swimmer, but I could swim.
It's
and
more tiring than you think, though.
he's 300 pounds. I'm
Yeah.
175. How can he beat me? How could it be possible?
I've seen fat fighters beat.
That's what I'm
this
saying.
isn't fighting.
Yeah, of
This
course.
isn't fighting.
I wouldn't
This
fight
is-
on the EJ
this
can
is-
beat me in a fight. He'll
This
pick
is cutting through the water.
yeah. This is a race.
Yeah, it's like saying a cruise ship is faster than a cigarette boat.
yeah.
It's
That's what I'm
not.
saying.
It's physically
Fighting-
impossible.
Yes, fighting is totally different. Yes,
Yeah, a
Butterbean
big- yeah,
can beat up
a big guy.
Mayweather.
Look, I can get into a fight with any guy like a foot taller and has to be about 100 pounds. And he just sit on me and I can do nothing. I'm like, help.
Yeah, this is not it's not a physical physical competition against you. It's like Daniel said about swimming through the water.
I get that, but a narwhal. Could you beat a narwhal in a
Why'd you say that?
Because they're the big fat animal. Goes
I
fast.
don't think narwhals are big and fat.
They're not.
That's another $10.
Manatee, but manatee. What about a manatee?
Well, they swim slow.
I think I could beat a manatee, and everyone knows that EJ is a EJ is a human manatee.
A manatee has a
slow.
gigantic 5.5 foot paddle tail.
Delicious.
So does EJ.
He's a
Gigantic mega man ass.
No, but that doesn't help him swim.
That's
fast.
what I'm saying.
His arms.
Yeah, but manatees are slow. That's what I'm saying. Manatees don't rip through the water.
But if he
no, they're fast.
Nah.
Dude, they're fast.
I could jump on top of one and then out swim away from it.
Dude, a manatee will, like, if you startle a manatee, that motherfucker will swim faster than Michael Phelps.
I'm not talking about swim.
Seriously, a manatee can swim 20 miles an hour.
You think that EJ is going to swim for his life?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
He's going to do 2 laps. He's going to be gassed out, and you're going to be hitting perms.
It depends. If he really does swim a lot, I would put my money on him just because he knows the technique, and I've seen big people swim okay.
He's not a swimmer. He just swims a lot. Big pun.
Yeah. And if he swam a lot, wouldn't be thrilled.
Exactly.
I feel like swimming doesn't really burn calories.
I think we just answered our own question.
The science is in the mirror.
Yeah. Who floats?
Yeah. Anyway, so EJ, what else did you call in for?
He wants to know if you want to come in.
One of the kids have a hard time because you definitely can replace them without having to pay somebody.
No, I know that.
I'm up to $40.
I have to apologize to the chat room. I guess manatees are fast as fuck boy.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you.
Okay.
There's videos of people startling
I've
them.
Never seen them.
And they swim away like fish, like giant fish.
Yeah,
fast
but
as
that's
hell.
just a reaction. I'm talking about swimming.
Anyway, EJ, we'll see you on Tuesday.
See you next
See
Tuesday.
you on Tuesday, man.
All right.
Super Tuesday.
We're back to doing
We're
this.
doing it. Well, more Super
But,
Tuesday. It's happening.
You know what I was waiting for?
I cannot wait till he gets permed. I can't wait till he gets his hair permed, dude. I cannot wait.
I'm ready. We should do a
Photo
good
shoot?
old fashioned radio challenge at least once a
We need
month.
to do some photo shoots. We need to get some. We need to get some more unfortunates in here and just start whacking them around a little bit.
Daniel's watching some old school Howard Stern, and
I found there's this guy I follow. I'm trying to get more integrated and understand YouTube more, so I spend more time on it. Right?
So you watched Howard Stern
Yeah, so you
videos?
watch old Howard Stern videos.
No, I was watching I was watching this guy who's a good YouTuber, and I was watching his channel, and then he just happens to put together also compilation. He's not Howard Stern, but he puts together these compilation videos of the best fights in Howard Stern history.
Yeah,
and I got to watching them yesterday afternoon, and oh my God, I almost forgot to pick up my daughter. They're so good.
Yeah.
It was Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf versus Beetlejuice. Oh my God.
Those are some classics.
They're yelling the N-word, and they're oh my
The
God.
phone lines are lighting up.
Oh God!
Oh my, who is it? Is
Line
it Beetlejuice?
two.
What's up with that?
I bet you they got paid. For
Hey,
Howard
what's
Stern.
up with that? What are you doing? Thank you for calling A Mediocre Time. Who's this? Hello?
Hello?
Robot?
Are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Are you in a hallway?
Yes.
Okay. What are you
I'm looking
calling?
at work.
Oh.
We are in the chat room. We're taking a vote right now. Give the money to Sam or give the money to Seth. Call in right now if you're in the chat room and vote for Sam.
What is happening? They're doing an old school call in?
Yes, it's a
I mean, I was going to give part of my money to Sam.
I like it.
No.
I like that he went on his break at work in the hallway to vote for me.
It's so
Thank
cute.
you.
That was really sweet. He ran in there. He's like, guys, I'm in the hallway.
He's hiding from his boss.
I got my pants halfway down. I'm shitting.
Well, hold on. I don't want to give the money to anybody.
I know.
Don't. I told you that. Don't be mad at me.
That's all
But the
fun.
first time
It's not
you
like
asked
a
for-
gift. It's not
Don't be-
Sam
hold on,
or Seth.
I have to tell Seth the truth. The first time I was sitting here, I was sitting in this chair, and the first time Seth messaged you and said, "Hey, don't forget about my money at PayPal," and he's like, "Oh, I told him all." I said, "Fuck that! Don't give me any money." I said, "Just don't even fucking do it. Just ignore it."
But it because he does say things that make his life worse.
Oh, the hippo thing was rough. The hippo thing was rough.
It's like, and then so if you come on here, it's one thing to
I don't know that it makes his life worse.
So you're saying
it doesn't make it better?
I think it's a nothing.
So do you put for all of our guests, do you put a $100 challenge to make your life harder? If you come on our show and make your life harder, Tom Van $100.
Well, it's like when Ross comes in, he makes some jokes, he tells some funny stories,
confrontation.
He promotes
himself and gets paid from it.
His comedy shows, but he also shows that he's a good comedian, which promotes his own brand.
Oh, we got another call.
Come on for Seth. Come on.
Tracy's calling it.
Okay.
He's a great fiance.
She's disguising her voice.
What is your vote?
Give it to Sam.
I'm voting for Sam.
Yeah, that's 2 votes for Sam.
I'm voting for Sam. Of course you are.
No shit. I think she called me the N-word and hung up. I'm pretty sure that's what she did.
This is not voting for Sam.
This is not even part of the bit.
Also,
you know what? That's fine with me. Give them as long as he has to pay more, then give it to Sam. That's fine. I told you it was the principle. I told you it was the principle.
Wait a minute. I would be the dumbest.
$10.
I would be the dumbest co-owner. So the bit now is to give more money than we were paying before to other people. Just waste more of our money.
Wow, waste of money.
No,
Huh?
I'm just saying. This doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense to me.
Well, we were talking about $10.
Okay, well, we'll split it. 5% for me, 5% for Sam.
We're splitting $5 now.
All right, I'll decide at the end. Let's talk about the opening.
Are we taking any more calls? Because they're not stopping now.
Okay, let's take a call.
It's the first time people are calling the show.
Yeah, we never take calls.
It's an outrage, Seth.
Caller, have your say.
Team Sam all the way.
That's Tracy. You didn't even try to describe your voice or describe
I'm
it.
not going to try and hide my voice. Come on.
Well, hold on, Tracy. If we lose Seth, then we lose a certain demographic that's not represented over at
racist bros.
The silent majority, I'd like to call them.
You really believe, Tom, that Seth is holding a certain demographic for us?
Yeah, I think.
No, I know he is. I've seen the analytics.
Yeah. I study them all the time. I put a flag next to those.
I think you'd be scared how many horns are in the back.
Yeah. Those numbers, I put a bazooka on the shoulder. But yeah, there's we have to cover, and nowadays it's so hard to get an audience that you kind of have to do a little bit of this, a little bit. You can't lead. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
You know. And then Seth represents that, certain demographic.
I don't get what the hell I do that's so bad anyway. I really don't.
No. It's just the overall vibe.
This is who you are as a person.
Yeah. It's just like it's in your fiber, man.
Yeah.
It's part of your core.
And you make a lot of money off that. That's why it's all about the money here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Benjamin, say Benjamin. Well, that's what the kids say.
I'll decide at the end. What is that? Oh, Solar Bears game.
Plugs. Back to our plugs.
The opening Solar Bears game is coming up October 19th.
It's right there.
I'm going to it. I'm going to it.
And Daniel and Sam will be there. Now, me and Sam went to the Tampa Bay Lightning
versus Panthers
game, the NHL game that they hosted. It's preseason or is it exhibition?
It's preseason.
Okay, preseason. So, and when we were there, Sam told me on Monday or the next day, because it was Tuesday.
I got a lot of these too.
Over there. You're flustered.
It's just,
you know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe they were right. Maybe you are on drugs.
I'm not. So
that sounds like a person on drugs.
Sam told me that everybody thought I was on drugs that night, or
everyone
something.
thought you were fucked up, either drunk or too high.
The one
I had someone ask if you were on mushrooms.
Yeah, the one I got was too high. That's the one I got. And I got it twice from emails of people like, hey, one was a guy, he said, I saw Tom get out of an Uber. I met him, and it was really fun, and I met him, but he looked really high. So there was that one.
Okay.
And then the other one was you were standing by an escalator, like, I guess, alone, staring at your phone, and then you put your phone down and were just staring off into space, and the person was like, he's really high.
So first, I didn't meet anybody when I got out of the Uber. I got out of the Uber and walked straight to the seat.
You don't remember me.
You don't remember. Well, sober. But then
Tom?
Yeah, see, BDM Emily in her chat room says, oh, he did look out of it.
See? I'm telling you, everybody said that to me.
People thought you were like I think the consensus was super high.
It was because I was by myself. And when I'm by myself,
You magoo.
Oh, you were very Magoo.
I'm
Magoo.
magooing. Yeah, because if I'm not, I'm just following Crystal's
I'm
lead.
magoo too.
Yeah. So,
I'm awkward without Andrea.
well, it's not that I'm awkward. I'm just I'm
He's
thinking.
awkward.
I'm thinking about other things as I'm
What were
walking.
you thinking? What do you think you're thinking about? Walking through the concourse.
Don't look high. Don't look high. Don't look high.
No. I mean, I'm just thinking about the business or gambling or 10,000 other thoughts.
Did
that
you have a
run through-
beer, like a White Claw?
I had
Oh,
one.
we had some White Claws.
I had one White Claw, but I've been 10 times more drunk.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I was talking about like.
trying
were
to
you-
do the math.
Were you thinking about a White Claw? Whoa, this guy's
Offensive.
I didn't think you were drunk.
I'm wondering why everybody thought this. Then I remember now the people that said they saw me standing near the escalator. Then I was like, oh, it makes sense because I was talking to some BDMs, right? Link and Jennifer.
Okay.
And I saw them.
They also thought you were high.
Yeah. Well, no,
Link-
hold on. It's
Link
their
did
fault
think.
because
It's their fault.
Yes, because
Did Link get you high?
I'm talking to them.
He is a criminal.
And then when you stop and say hi, I'm talking to you. And then I keep the conversation going. And then
Do you say I'm talking to you?
No, but I'm not going to end the conversation and be like, all right, see you later. I'm going to wait till the person does it, So
Even if
here
you
we
have a
go.
place to be, like, see, the difference is if I'm with you and we're going to get a beer, I'll be like, hey, guys, we'll be right back. We're just going to go get in line for this beer, and we'll come right back and talk to you. That's what I would do.
it was just they saw me. I'm talking to them. And then they slowly start inching away. And then I realized that they need to go. And I'm bothering them.
They want to watch the game or get a drink or go to the bathroom.
So then I'm like, all right, see you later. I went to go walk towards the escalator and walked the wrong way. Then I turned around and went back towards the escalator, and they were like 30 feet in front of me going towards the escalator too. But then I realized that we're going to get on the escalator and I'm going to be like 15 stairs above them, just standing there. And then
That's what you do on an escalator.
No. But then
So you got to go back and give them more conversation. You can't let them ride the
Did you
escalator
run to
without
catch
it.
up?
Well, no. I stood there to wait till they went down so they wouldn't see me 10 feet behind
You
them.
hid from your friends.
No, it's not that. It's just I didn't want the awkwardness. Right? Seth's with me, right?
Yeah.
I'm not understanding. So try it again. Try it again.
No. If you just talked to someone, then said goodbye, and then you realize they're 30 feet in front of you and they're going down the same escalator, no one else is going down. Like, there's no other people going down except for them, and then it's going to be you.
Right.
And then you're standing
So you
there.
just stand behind them and just don't talk anymore because you ended your conversation.
Right.
You pretend to be on your phone.
That's a good one.
But then you I say, hey.
No,
You don't say anything.
You say nothing?
How?
That's weird.
I'm
Why
sure
is
they're-
that weird? You say
they're-
nothing to me all the time.
If you're going down
here.
an escalator, they're looking forward. They
Yeah.
probably don't even know you're behind them.
Yeah, just get in line to get on the escalator and don't talk to them again.
Yeah, but they'll know I knew I was behind
So
them.
what? They don't expect you to be like, hey!
Yeah, but
Like,
they
nobody
don't.
expects
I think
that.
if I was standing
You're insane.
there,
You're insane.
hold on,
You
if
would
I just
expect more conversation? It's
No.
you think they're going to be upset that you are behind them and you didn't say, hey,
No.
I'm behind you.
No, it's just that we stand there. What do I stand there? Do I pretend to look at something else?
Just fucking stand there and
Yeah.
ride the escalator
without
down.
acknowledging
Correct.
This does explain a lot, though, because for time...
You guys are the weird ones. That's a weird behavior.
No, I think if you would... Like, it's like me and you. It's like...
Okay, let's reverse. What if you were them? Would you expect if somebody was behind you that you just said goodbye to say something to you?
Well, if they're
Or would you
ri-
just go about your goddamn business?
Yeah, talk me
I
down
mean,
the escalator because we were already talking.
I mean, it is weird because you're going to say once you hit to the bottom and they go one, you probably say goodbye again. That would be a little weird. That's
you have
a little
to do
weird.
another separate
You have to do
goodbye.
another
Not
separate
if you
goodbye.
don't engage.
Yeah.
You
You have to engage.
No, you don't.
You'd be weird if you didn't engage.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You don't acknowledge the person you
Also,
just
why
saw?
wouldn't they just walk out of the building? You think they're going to stop and wait for you? I don't understand.
No, but they'd see me on the escalator. When couples are standing on the escalator, they usually stand and talk to each other. You stand sideways. You never look straight ahead. So if you're talking to, you see me, I'm right behind you, and they're like, "Hey, Tom, there you are again." And then I'm like, "Hey, I'll come down and talk to you." So I walk down.
That's
down
the weirdo one. Is like, hey, I'm engaging again. Come down and talk to us because we have this, this 10-second escalator ride.
But then I was like, some people would just say, "Don't ever engage it the second time because
Yeah,
it's
don't.
weird to engage." But then I was like, well, "Do you?"
No.
Then it would be weird if I didn't engage and people think I'm high.
No, it's not weird if you don't engage. It'd be like, okay, let me give you another example. When I'm leaving here and I got my bag and everything and I run out and I'm like, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I run out, but then I forget my sunglasses and I come back in. I do give you another goodbye, but I don't owe you one. I can come back in, grab my sunglasses, not engage with either of you, go right to my car. I don't need to tell you goodbye a second time.
Yeah, but
that's what you're describing is a similar sort of scenario where you guys already know. We've already said our goodbyes. You already know.
Okay, I got the perfect example. Sometimes we have guests that when they leave the studio, they stand out and talk in front of the sidewalk.
They
Right?
loiter. I hate that. And if you're a guest and you do that, I will call the police on you if you stay there for longer than 20 minutes.
And so then we just said bye. We gave a bro hug, and then they leave, and then they're loitering out there, right? And so
And
then,
I don't like it.
So then I got to go to Publix for lunch, right? And then so then I'm looking out the window like, oh, they're still out there. And so I can't go out because
we've done it before.
But if I walk out there, then I have to do a second. Like I have to acknowledge, like, hey, just going to Publix. I have to tell them, and then I'm like,
well, you offer them lunch.
Let's
You
also
gotta go.
rewind because there was some more awkward shit that happened that I was like, what the fuck? He's insane, right? So we're sitting there at the entire game.
I'm glad people are finally seeing how fucking insane he is because I got fucking tired of being the insane person on this fucking show.
Tom was
It's
by
killed
himself,
me.
and so I sat next to Tom, and then it was my husband, and then our buddy Owen. So we're sitting there. I think maybe Tom and I said 2 sentences to each other the entire time.
well,
he
that's
was
what we
there.
do at work.
That's the way we like it. Yeah,
That's the
If you
way
want-
we like.
I'll talk to you if you want me to talk to you.
No, I was
Tell
fine
me,
with
give
it.
me the go ahead. I'll talk. I'll
No,
never
no.
stop.
I'm not complaining. I was just saying we didn't really say much to
Yeah,
each other
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
time. I made a joke of
The standard.
I made a joke of what if they put us on the kiss cam? Like how would they know?
Oh,
what would you do?
Oh, Snoozy.
I was like, what would you do if they put the kiss cam on us? And he went, and then stroked his gross goatee.
I did think to myself, I was like, oh my God, what if that does happen? And then Sam goes.
I knew I got it in his head.
And then Sam goes to kiss me.
And then my husband beats your ass.
No, well, yeah, that would happen. But also, like, what if she goes to kiss me and, like, as a joke, like, what if I do?
but you did it on purpose. Oh.
No, not on purpose, but then maybe she wants to do it as a joke.
Right.
And then she's like, oh, it's just
Well,
a
you got to
joke.
work that ahead of time. You can't just go rogue on that one.
You just do the old school thing you did in elementary school. Put the hand in front of the mouth. And,
Yeah. Act like you're making out.
Yeah,
but then the fingers down.
My dad used to do that.
Yeah, I'm not. If I grab Sam's mouth and act like I'm making out,
She
with
would
her-
start beating your ass.
No, so this is not how
throttling you.
me and Sam's relationship. Is
Then she would definitely get a raise.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Probably not even then.
Okay.
So you told me about Kiss Cam. I had a boner.
You asked if it was preseason or not. And that was kind of the extent of it. And then Tom.
Let's play season.
I asked that in the show too. That's all I got about that.
Didn't listen to you.
And then you went to leave, I think, after the second
Yeah, after the second quarter
period
ended.
or whatever. And then, so you get up to go, and you're like, oh, I'm going to head out. And I was like, all right, bye. And then you felt the need to explain to myself and Travis why you were leaving early, which we did not ask.
In case you're wondering while I'm leaving, here's a
He
note
gave us a
card.
full
Here's a
rundown.
note card of all the excuses.
He's like, yeah, well, you know, Crystal had to take the
You don't
boys
have to say that to
to this
anybody,
thing
dude.
for school at
No.
Culver's.
No.
And Travis goes, sounds awesome, dude.
Travis is like,
Well, then I realized
Get
I was
the hell
getting
out of here.
Yeah, well, that's because of
You don't
goddamn
have to tell us
radio.
why you're leaving.
Well, because of radio, and I think I'm at a promotion again, which doesn't make sense. Hey,
Tom, why are you leaving early?
And then everybody that I was sitting with,
Well, I'm going to Culver's because of the thing.
Yeah.
It's by your son a Culver's night, and Crystal's up there. It's
Yeah,
a
no, those-
fundraising.
yeah. Well, by the way,
hey, why are you leaving early, you schmuck?
They gave us tickets, not even in the Tom and Dan section. So I'm sitting there looking at the section across the whole.
Hi, guys.
I'm like, there it is. I'm looking across the entire thing.
oh, by the way, I was trying to take pictures to kind of like document our night or whatever, and Tom had his glasses on so he could watch the game. And you should thank me. And I asked you, do you want to take your glasses off before you take this picture? Because you know that everybody would have clowned him.
That's
See?
awesome.
That
That's
deserves
sweet.
a raise.
They do that with Santa Claus, too. They're like, Santa, you want to take your
But
glasses
when he left, everybody else that was sitting with me had gone to get a beer. And when they came back, they're all like, is Tom okay? And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like,
he was just explaining to us the Culver's thing, and we were very confused. Then he handed us these handouts of excuses.
one person said he's just wandering around the Amway.
That's the email I got. I got an email from a lady who
I was
said you were
looking for of the seats because I started walking towards I didn't even look at what my seat number was. Because I know how to get to the Tom and Dan section. So I walked all the way there, and then I was about to like, oh, what seat is it? And then I'm, what the fuck? It's not even the same section. And then I'm like, what section is it?
So you just assumed it was Tom and Dan section.
So then I was on autopilot.
I think it was such a coveted ticket that they sold their section.
No, I know.
Fast.
The whole damn place was sold out. So then I was wandering around looking at the sections because I forgot how it worked. And that's probably what they're seeing. Everyone's watching me be an idiot. And I don't know they're watching me. And that's why they think
somebody's watching.
I know. I was just going to sing that.
And then you guys tell me don't care what other people think. And this is what they think. It's like everybody's
just go, what's happening?
Everybody's just watching. Look at Tom. He's wandering around.
No, they were concerned. They were concerned for you.
Hey, you guys want to go to the Solar Bears game and watch Tom wander around?
Not one person offered assistance.
No, not one person said they tried to help him. They just stood back and watched. It's that thing that they were talking about in the BDM, that group scenario syndrome where, what is it, victim syndrome or whatever, where it's like...
Bystander
syndrome. Yeah, it's bystander syndrome.
Wander around, hi. You have to help me.
You guys should be ashamed of yourself.
You gotta help me, man.
It's literally like a person in a wheelchair falling over, and you guys just sat there and you watch it.
I thought he was fine. That's why I was like, what are you guys talking about? Oh, he's just wandering around out there. They said he was standing at the top of the down escalator just staring and not
waiting for them to go all the way down.
Did I give you that email, or is that the same email? I think it's the same email.
No, that's what my husband told me. My husband saw you standing at the top of the escalator.
Other people saw you just standing at the top of the escalator, just looking at your phone. You put your phone away, and then you were just staring off into the glass. Like the glass.
You gotta say that does sound like you're fucked up.
Sounds like you have CTE, to be honest.
He does have
Of course I do.
He knows he has it.
We got another caller. It could be somebody that was at the game. It could be Link or Jen.
Link or Jen or someone at the game. Who's here?
Hey, this is Jennifer. Tracy said Tom is insane and I should call in.
Jennifer, okay, when I was talking to you and your husband, there was a point where you were done with the conversation and then you started backing away to be done with it, and I just kept talking and talking.
She probably needed to go to the bathroom, get a drink, go to her seats.
Am I crazy to think that? Tell me the truth.
No, I was not done with the conversation. I was just like, okay, we said our pleasantries. You were on your way somewhere, and we're like, let's let him go, because you're known to continue talking. So
yes, but hold on. I don't think
she's known for that.
So she hasn't been listening to the show. So here's what happened. You and Link got on the escalator to go down.
How's the watch game?
Tom had you guys had already in the conversation with Tom. Tom saw you guys go down the escalator. He needed to go down the escalator, but he waited because he didn't want to say goodbye to you guys a second time.
He hid from you.
Okay, no,
crazy.
He was hiding from you and Clocky Clockerton.
No, how is that crazy? Because what if I get on the escalator like 10 steps above you?
It's not a big deal.
And then it's going to be you re-engage, right?
Oh, my God.
No, but I'm saying...
You're not going to scream at each other from the top of the escalator.
It would be weird if I just stood there, looked straight ahead, and didn't acknowledge that you're standing, right? It would be weird. So you would be like, hey, Tom...
Do.
It would not be weird. And we were actually going down the escalator because we were going to meet up with other BDMs at Big Storm Brewing. So we went down to go see them. So we weren't actually leaving. So it would have been 100% not awkward.
Yeah, see, they didn't even want to talk to you.
Yeah, but if I...
What does it say about your ego that you think everybody is so invested in what you have to say?
Well, no, it's not that they want to talk to me. I'm saying
it's that you think that they want to talk to you.
It's like saying goodbye to someone at like a party, and then you end up in the same elevator as them. You have to re-engage, like, hey... You know, you have to do a joke like, "Hey, nice to see you here." You have to do a
It's a slow elevator.
Who told you that?
You just walk in.
Are you Michael Scott?
No, but you just walk into
I think he answered the question.
I feel you, but I would have just waited like 10 steps and then going on. I wouldn't have been the next step. I would have been 10 steps and then went. Is that what you did?
Well,
or did you wait?
I gave it a good 5 to 10 Mississippis to let them get down so they couldn't see me.
Tom, how often every day do you pretend you're on your phone when you're not? Every day.
Oh, that's most of the day.
At least once?
No.
At least once to hide from somebody or to not engage?
No, I don't do that. I like engaging with people. I'm just saying it's the second engagement that I don't know what the proper formal thing to do is.
Well, because there isn't. You should not, there's no need to engage again.
I see you guys walk out. Like when I leave from here, I sit in my car. So you guys walk out. I just put my head down.
That is not true. He revs his engine by me every time.
Oh, I do.
You know who does a good goodbye from the show? Brendan. Brendan will be done here and he'll go
zip out.
He'll go, "Okay, guys, bye."
Yep.
And that's it.
And that's what I usually do, but he usually sits and is like, what you doing this way? The boat?
Yeah, because he thinks that you want
He
to
thinks
hear
you
what
want
he
to
has
hear.
to say.
But I don't mind that because I feel like we're semi-friends outside
Okay,
of the podcast.
so there's a connection.
So you want your friends to pay you.
This is good.
Well, yeah, business is business and
right.
pleasure is pleasure.
Yeah, so what we determined is that me and Sam don't want to hear it, and Seth does.
Well, I'm
So there
halfway.
you
I'm
go.
halfway.
But Jennifer, it would be a little weird if I got on the escalator 5 steps above you and never even acknowledged you were there, correct?
I don't think that would be weird, but also I don't know if I would even notice that you, were like 5 steps behind us. Like, I'm not looking.
How could you
behind
not
me on the
notice
escalator.
Tom Van
Well, they're
behind
the ones that grabbed me out of the crowd. I'm doing the math
Yeah, but
here.
they're done.
They've done, they're done with you. They're going to meet with their friends.
It's not like I didn't go up to them. They noticed me, so I
Right, so
figured
it's
they
over.
noticed me again.
So it's over. You want to
Meet me once, shame on me.
Notice me
Meet me
again.
twice.
All right, Jennifer. We'll see you
Oh,
soon.
man.
All right.
Oh, did she give you an old man?
She did give you an old man.
That's like the most disappointing ending to a phone call.
I
My
do
God.
think about Jennifer and Link butt fuck.
I do too, because
Yeah,
Big and Little,
he's
it's
so
Big and Little.
Big and Little,
I do
yeah.
too.
Every time I see that
Every
couple,
time I
I'm
see
like,
him,
oh, wonder what it's like.
Yeah.
What?
It's like,
Well, see, now you made it weird.
like
So the
me
next
and my
time you
wife.
guys see each other, it's going to be
No, but
awkward.
it's like me and my wife. It's the unfortunate 69.
Yeah, but
It's like toes to toes, my nose is in it. Nose to nose, my toes is in
You
it.
got to do 11. I've told you about that before.
Yeah.
11's good for you. sorry.
Hey, but when I see like a giant married to a petite, I'm always like, what is sex like for that?
What is sex like
What?
with giant
I feel you.
It's like it's like.
Is this what you were thinking about when you're standing at the
Oh
escalator?
my
He's
God.
standing at the escalator, staring into Orlando.
What is
Imagine
it like
them
sex
having
with
sex.
giant?
I mean, is it? This. I mean. Kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like the
is.
human's
Does
such
it
so
fit?
much smaller.
Does it fit?
Yeah, is there? Like,
I
there's
don't
that
know.
involved,
Yeah.
and then it's like
The bottom,
just
yeah.
Do you have
smaller
to do
human
less?
than
Do
you.
you have to do less? Is it like just 30 seconds is all I can take?
You can't get tired and lay on them during missionary.
No.
Like that.
You don't get to do.
What? You
don't
do
get
that?
to, you don't get to do
No,
missionary.
You just lay on your wife like a blob when you get tired.
You just lay on
After
top
you're
of them.
done.
Just hope it goes
Oh
in.
my God.
All right, let's take a break.
We did a lot bad here.
Yeah, we did a lot of bad here. The name of the band is Reese Van Ripper. We've played this gentleman before. Cool little like swamp inspired song named Black Alligator. We'll be back with more Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan momentarily. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomanddan.com for emails. I think you guys will like this. You know, I'm on the Hollabox Historic German Restaurant website right now, hollabox.com. What do you know about Rumpkin Pumpkin Cheesecake?
The Rumpkin Pumpkin.
Do you know anything about the Rumpkin Pumpkin?
Well,
look at this thing.
I know that.
Look at their legendary desserts. We never give their desserts any time.
yeah,
we
yeah.
always talk about the schnitzel. We talk about the spatzel. We talk about the sausages. We talk about the bratwurst. We talk about the beers. We hit all of that, but we never talk about their desserts.
Listen, I can think of a no better weekend than
come on, man.
Heading to Hollabox German restaurant and going and sitting in their beer garden on their second floor, their brand new beer garden they
Yes,
built
sir.
a couple years ago.
Couple of cocktails. Get myself a big old slice of Rumpkin Pumpkin.
You know how nice the weather's going to be this weekend?
It's
The
gonna be
weather's
beautiful.
changing. It's October. It's all Hollabox, and they've got a bunch of different things to enjoy, including their market,
Yeah.
including
Uba Keller.
the Outfitters. yeah.
Outfitters, Uber Keller, which is like small plates up near the rooftop beer garden. They've
Yeah,
got all the art that they have in their art installation area now. What am
Yeah.
I missing? We hit the market. Did we hit
Outfitters? Yeah.
You can sit outside. You can drink Bavarian beers outside because the weather's going to be amazing. But
Yeah.
hey, I would get there early because guess everybody's going to want to be down there.
Live-
Everybody's going to want to be there.
Live German music all the time. Ask for a pin when you go there. Chef Pat is most likely going to be there. He'll come out and give you a pin.
Catering.
personally.
They do catering
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Again, with your holiday parties coming up, man, bring the good food to your patrons, or rather to your employees, not your patrons.
Cut this out.
Sam, cut this out. I've gone Rumpkin Pumpkin.
Hollabox German Restaurant in Sanford.
That is Alana Royale with Trouble Is. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Manscaped. If you use promo code Tom and Dan 20, you can get 20% off your purchase. Free shipping worldwide. Daniel is operating the Handyman.
Yeah, buddy.
Electric shaver.
This has easily become my favorite one because it is you got like a little edger on the side here, and then you got like a foil blade on the other side to finish it up. And for somebody like Tom, who's curating the finest of goatees, he could use this to shape it up and also get the sides and make them look nice and clean in his car, anywhere, on the go, fits in a DOP kit. This thing is absolutely awesome.
And all grooming the Manscaped handles.
Yeah.
Didn't I do that on my head? Is that the one I did on my head? Because that there got really short. I liked it.
Try it.
I think, I just shaved.
Try that. Try this one. Well, your hair grows fast. If you just shave this, I can already see it poking out. My God.
What bet could we do to have you grow?
It's getting that little bit that I just did yesterday.
Yeah. You should pick one of those
That'll
up.
be fast. I'll do that.
Yeah. I can snag you one of those.
I'll trade my 10% for this.
That easy.
One time overall?
Yeah. Here we go. I'll give you
give
the
us
handy
free
bro.
Manscaped
Yeah,
stuff.
there you go. Tom and Dan 20, Manscaped.
Seth, if you had a full-on bozo, you would look like
it be a bozo?
Wooly Willy,
Yeah,
right?
it would be, I mean, I got a little bit in here. I like to say it's a Goro or.
Could you cut it out? Like, could you bick the center of it and then grow the?
And I've been wanting to do it. It wouldn't be
not?
great for Tracy because it looks ridiculous.
No, do it. I mean, you're going to be a new dad soon, so I mean, like, literally, you're going to have a lot of downtime. What better to grow your
I don't think I'm gonna have a
bozo
lot of downtime.
while grow your bozo while you have a new kid.
Oh, I also want to tell everybody this weekend we're doing 15% off all merch purchases. Eric already
Nobody asked me about that.
made he already made it live right now. So and you don't need a promo
Guess
code
I
or
can't
anything.
even weigh in on it.
And you get a free bandana with every
what?
purchase.
I didn't know that one.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, none of us knew it either.
We're trying to get rid of inventory.
I understand. Is there something you need to tell me?
Free bandana.
Should
15%
Sam and
off.
I be concerned? You're giving Seth money. You're blowing it on the merch. I mean, it sounds like you're getting the hell out of here.
So okay, Seth.
Oh yes.
I'm going to ask you some parenting advice because you're
asking me advice before my parents.
yeah. You're
okay.
I mean, you're technically a fetus parent right now, right?
I think it still counts. It still counts.
It's not doing anything, though.
Yeah.
No, it's not parenting.
I mean,
most dads are fetus parents.
Yeah,
even after.
even now, like me. Look, what do I do?
The only thing I'm doing is knocking on her belly and trying to.
You knock on it.
Well, I'm knocking hard. I'm just
Don't knock on the belly. No, it's not a watermelon.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to cut a hole and fill it full of
I
vodka.
was trying to have her react to me.
So, this weekend, Crystal bought tickets to see the Avett Brothers, and they're going to be in Tampa.
Yes. Cool.
And so, it's part of the Outlaw Music Festival happening in Tampa.
And when I think outlaw, I think you and
Yes,
Crystal.
I will watch your kids.
And no, the kids are coming.
They're dragging
with
them
us.
along.
Yeah. We're taking the kids.
I like it.
So, and by the way, will you babysit my sons?
That would be fun.
Also, it's the easiest. I don't even look at it like a favor because they'll sit there with their iPads and phone and they won't even pee.
I asked
They'll sit
Andrea
and play that for 2.5 hours, never even say a word.
They were over at our house playing with Maisie, and I asked Andrea one time, I was like, how were the boys? She's like, how would I know?
They'll sit there
Didn't see 'em.
for days.
Yeah.
Just
I'll get them doing something. I'll get them in the pool. I'll get them drinking some non-alcoholic beer with me. I'll get them I'll have them playing with my swords. I'll show them a cocktail with my sword.
They would love that. They would absolutely love that.
So anyway, so part of the Outlaw Music Fest is the Avett Brothers play right before Willie Nelson.
Nice.
And
dude, that's cool that you're going to that.
And then we interviewed Willie Nelson's harmonica player. Forgot his name. ACT.
Raphael. Mickey Raphael.
Yeah.
Mickey Raphael.
And but anyway, it dawned on me because
Are you going to hit him up? Because he said he'd come out and say hi to you.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going, but you should hit him up. He'll let you go backstage.
I'm not in.
And you can cough on Willie Nelson and kill him. You can give Willie Nelson
I don't want to go
Corona.
through the whole, like, you email,
Put
like,
this
hey,
mask on.
and then the person goes out of their
it's
way.
worth it because you feel so cool doing it. though.
Yeah,
Well,
but
it may
go-
be
it's a
easier than
pain
you
in the
think.
ass.
It may, you say pain in the ass, but it could
Yeah.
be as easy as you text him and he's like, oh, walk out front of house.
But it's like, I just want to sit there and enjoy the show.
Yeah, you
or
just
whatever. I don't
wanna
want to go backstage and any of that
You
shit.
just want to sit there and stare off into space like you did at the hockey game.
So it dawned on me, I'm like, Willie Nelson is going to be here, everybody's going to be smoking weed crazy, right?
100%.
And so it's going to be, I mean, I imagine, insane weed crazy, right?
Well,
Like
I mean,
every
even,
other person
even before
smoking.
Willie. I mean, the last concerts I've been to, indoors, outdoors, any doors, didn't matter. It is weed crazy.
Yeah, but it's like when you go to a Snoop Dogg show.
I've been to a
whatever.
Snoop Dogg show.
Yeah. It's everybody's smoking weed.
Everybody's
because
smoking
it's
weed.
part of the show.
The staff is smoking weed.
Security guards are.
Everybody.
Yeah. It's like there's no laws in
This
anymore.
is the Outlaw Fest.
Yeah.
The hell are you doing?
And especially since it is outdoors. I remember doing the Cypress Hill concert with Drew and smoking weed with Cypress Hill backstage, and it was weed inside.
So do I
Let 'em
acknowledge
smoke
it?
Well, the kids will probably
Do I let 'em
ask.
smoke?
No, you let them.
I don't think they would.
You let them bring it up.
Like, I don't know. I think they would think it's cigarettes or cigars.
Dude,
so I
you're
lie
being
to 'em.
ignorant. At that age, how old are you?
8, 9.
They're-
100% I knew my dad was smoking weed in the
Me
toilet.
too,
every
yeah.
couple of hours.
In the toilet.
I told you about that. He
Smoking in the
said he was on a. He told me he was taking his ulcer medication every time. That was his fucking thing. He told
Say
us.
back medication.
He said
You
ulcer.
did say back medication. Don't
Hold
talk
on.
about ulcer medication.
Yeah, it was ulcer
You know, my dad
medication.
But
did have an ulcer.
how'd you know? Like, you don't even know what marijuana is.
And your son's favorite song's about smoking weed.
Yeah,
No,
how
but
did
doesn't
you
even know
know?
what
I
that
knew
means.
it was
think he
something
doesn't
bad.
know.
I knew
He
it was something
knows.
bad. I knew it was drug. I knew
How did
drugs
you know it
from
was
being
different than cigarettes?
because in the 80s they were big on pushing say no to drugs. I remember having tons of.
And did your
teens
dad
come up-
smoke cigarettes too?
No, once in a blue moon.
So you know
I
the
knew,
difference.
I knew what my mom smoked cigarettes constantly.
So you knew the
So I
difference.
knew what cigarette smoke smelled like. That was a total different, pungent, weird
my
smell.
God.
And he said that it was
Now
also
I'm concerned.
So I knew it was drugs.
I knew about weed when I was like 4.
So here's
What are you going to do? I mean, are you going to wait for them? I would wait for them to bring it up.
No, you
Now-
tell him before. Oh, go ahead.
okay. Well,
No, you don't go into it saying you're going to smell some things.
well,
tonight.
yes, you do.
This is
Yeah.
his parent advice. You guys asked for
Okay,
it.
sorry.
So
I disagree.
Now I'm not even that concerned about them, seeing everybody smoke weed or being around weed or anything. None of that. I'm more concerned about everybody else looking at me.
No,
while
they
they're-
won't. They won't care.
But why the hell did you bring your kids
Yeah,
out smoking weed?
I can't smoke my weed because you brought your kids.
No,
I would be like
the
that
people that
too.
are going to see Willie Nelson, their
Of
kids
course.
probably smoking weed with them. I'm telling you, they don't give a damn.
Because I thought they would be like, "Hey, why?"
kids would be older.
Like
You
I
will
don't
not
care.
be the only kids there. First
Really?
of all. No.
No,
Okay.
No.
I would have guessed. Yeah, he'd be
Maybe
one of the-
8, 9.
At
but-
the Newfound Glory one, I would have, and you said there were other kids there.
Oh,
but
there were lots of
if there
kids.
were kids
But
at
that-
Newfound Glory, there's going to be kids at this.
But Newfound Glory, pop punk,
Yeah,
Willie Nelson,
different.
No, but Willie Nelson is like, there's nothing objectionable in his lyrics at all.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's true. But
not one thing.
But it's all about the weed, right? Like all his
No,
fans.
I don't think he's. I mean, it might be,
It's
but I
just
don't think his songs are all about weed.
No,
He has
no,
that
I
one
don't-
new song with Billy Strings. He probably won't even play that because
It's an
that's a
older
Billy Strings
generation
song.
that listens to him, so that's who's going to show up at the concert. It's not going to be a bunch of 30s, 40s. It's
Well,
gonna,
but
I
it's
feel
not
like
just
gonna be-
Willie, right? Because it's going to be
It's
the
a
Avett Brothers
festival.
fans.
This is like a
There's
family
like 3
thing, though.
other
Is
top
it?
bands that are playing.
I remember seeing the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Loretta Lynn, Lee Greenwood, all these other people in a field at some sort of festival with my parents.
Yeah, that's what I want.
And they all
to
had
show
beers
them.
and stuff, and they were all doing. And afterwards, I went up on Loretta Lynn's bus. It was crazy, dude. It was good.
How'd you get on her bus? Your old man sweet talked his way.
No,
in there?
that's a funny story. No, I waved as we were leaving. Her bus, she had a fancy bus. You know, it was before everybody had the crazy. I mean, she was still a big shit.
Yeah.
And she had her windows open, and I waved at the bus as a little kid. We were going to find a porta potty. I still remember this. And a tour manager on the bus came out and said, "Hey guys, would you like to come on the bus?" And we're like, sure. And then when we walk up, Loretta Lynn's in the bus.
No shit.
Pretty fucking cool. Right?
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, some stars still do that, right?
I don't know. It was a baller move, though, when you think about it. And it was something that my mom and dad and I told for forever. And I think we even, made it more legendary. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things we'll always remember.
You know what probably ruins that nowadays is if anybody does that, the first thing people will do once they get on the bus is start taking out your phone, filming everything, right?
You couldn't do that.
And,
No such thing.
and then you got to tell them, like, hey, don't film
There was no
everything.
way to take a photo.
No, I know. I
We
know.
had
Back
to, like,
then, yeah.
I can just tell you the story.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like now, they probably shy away from inviting random fans and like making their day because they just be filming everything.
all the time, yeah.
And then anything like you don't want to everybody see the inside of your bus.
Yeah.
Like, but I
She
haven't.
wasn't. She'd already performed. She was just chilling out.
I know.
You know, you mentioned the marijuana thing for months. I tell you guys, we take these drives on Saturday and Sunday. We put the windows down. We put Dansby in the car. It's my dog. We drive him around because he loves, getting the air on him. And with you, we go get coffees.
Yeah.
Remember, that's how we ended up at Lake Eola. That's where the bum almost fell on Maisie.
Yeah.
So we take these drives, and for the last, we do them every weekend. And for months, Maisie will be just driving, and I'll just hear her say things, or she'll be like, "Dirty dads." Dirty dads. And I'm like, okay. And we're driving around, we'll be walking somewhere, and then she'll turn to Andrea and be like, dirty dads, dirty dads.
What is dirty dads?
I didn't know, had no idea. Dirty dads, dirty dads. Finally, Andrea and Maisie I believe they were going, Maisie was accompanying Andrea on some errands, and I think they were going to the dance store. And the dance store is in a questionable, area of town.
All right.
And they're going to the dance store, and as they're going to the dance store, the window's down. Maisie once again says, dirty dads, dirty dads. She's doing the dirty dad thing again. And Andrea drilled her down and was like, dirty dads, what is that? And she goes, you don't smell it? And Andrea's like, what do you mean? And then she smells marijuana. And Maisie goes, that's what dirty dads smell like at school. Dirty dads.
Really?
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm a fucking dirty dad.
Yeah.
Dirty dads, dude. She calls them dirty dads. For months she's been saying, as we're driving around, or we'll be walking through a crowd of people, and I'll smell marijuana, and Maisie will look at us and go, dirty dads. Dirty dads.
That's awesome.
She equates the smell of marijuana with all of her friends' dads who pick up their kids smell like marijuana, so she calls them dirty dads.
But are they actually dirty? She's like, those
they just smell like marijuana, and she's...
They stink.
Oh, they
they
stink.
stink.
Dirty.
It's dirt. She thinks that's what dads smell. All dads at her school are dirty dads. And then I'm like, I don't have the balls to ask her, really, do I smell like a dirty dad? I don't want to ask her that. Maybe I should.
So when do they put two and two together? Because I was not.
I'm pretty sure they've already done it.
I think I'm towing a dangerous line. I get more leeway than you because she's a prude.
They think that their kids are super innocent.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody thinks that. My brother says the same thing about, well, he knows Alex is not like that, but my sister thinks her son's the same way, innocent. But when I talk to him, he says things. I'm like, oh yeah, he kind of knows what weed is and stuff like that.
How old is he? Because there's a difference between 9
7.
and
7.
Yeah.
Your kid goes to Castleberry Elementary Schools. They know what weed is.
God.
They listen to Cashed Out.
Yeah.
You're taking them to a goddamn Willie Nelson show.
Yeah, you
dude,
might
you're
have
being
a
ignorant, not
Heisenberg on your hands.
Say hi to
Stealing it out of your house.
I was telling Tommy about heroin in the hot tub the other day.
Heroin in the hot tub.
That's what he told me. That's what he greeted me with this morning. I walk in this morning. He's telling me a story. He's like, I sat in the hot tub last night with Tommy. Talked to him about heroin and how you could get addicted to it. I'm like,
Why?
what?
Because he started talking about
why
cigarettes.
do you and Andrea do that
But
shit?
you're worried about talking about weed to him?
No,
I
no.
think you're fine.
You guys always go too far.
It's not that I'm worried about talking to it. They just never. I don't think they know what it is or what it smells like.
No, she doesn't know what
Did they know
marijuana
what
is.
heroin was? Is my point. Is if you talk to him about heroin, what's the problem talking to him about weed?
Well, because then I don't know what to say. It's awesome.
Say whatever you want.
You'd be like, you can do it when this is something adults do.
What
when
do you say
have
about
the mature
alcohol and
level
beer?
To decide if you want to do that or not.
Okay.
Well, that's
Like, it's fucking easy.
Okay,
dude.
alcohol.
Well, that's
Maisie
dope,
knows,
and alcohol's a
Maisie knows
goddamn
that-
American Eagle.
Maisie knows that people can get drunk on alcohol.
I don't-
That's what I've been brainwashed.
Wait, can I ask why you're bringing them in the first place? Like what? What's
Yeah.
just to show them a good time? Or
They
you
can't
have to?
do. They can't do things without their kids. They did that last weekend, and then
Now they
they're
feel
good.
bad, so they gotta bring the entire
They do feel bad.
family.
Feel guilty. Don't
Well,
they?
because
They're gonna hate
I mean,
it.
yeah, when my parents did go out, I remember resenting them and be like,
See,
why aren't we with them?
I wanted to say
No,
that,
but those
Sam.
kids don't care. They want to play on their
Yeah.
iPads.
I said that, Sam, but I really do remember that music festival.
Sure,
and
but
I had
that's a different time.
I had a great
you
time.
You think that his boys are going to give a goddamn about Willie Nelson?
Maybe it gets them into music.
But they just
Maybe they get a contact
They're
time.
into
They will.
music. They're not into Willie Nelson.
Sam, I'm okay. I don't know if I've ever explained what I'm trying to do here.
You never do.
Yeah, nobody knows.
All right, well, there's an explanation for everything. You just have to ask
You're
me.
just like a man digging holes and moving dirt.
Trying to make them real men listen to Willie Nelson.
And then also this involves me and Crystal constantly trying to trick each other.
Are you bringing any electronics with you into the concert?
No, hell
Okay.
no. I'll die before they're anywhere looking at an iPad in a live event. I'll be dead if that ever happens.
Yeah. You don't want to be at a hockey game looking at your phone.
Yeah, I'm not going to let them ever do that. I mean, they'll look at the phone in the car ride, but
That's
not
fine.
at the event.
Oh my God, this just popped in my head.
What?
I was that age. Literally, my dad took me to my first concert, Jethro Tull. I think I was 9 years
Wow,
old.
that's
the
a good
guy
one.
behind us lit a joint. I turned around. My dad turned around. The guy smoking joint. It smelled exactly like my dad's ulcer medication.
Dirty dads. Dirty
Then
dads.
you
It smelled
knew.
like dirty dads.
And my dad goes, "Oh, looks like they're smoking here." And I put in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, that's what he does in the bathroom."
Right.
So I
Right.
fucking
Dirty
knew it.
dad. Dirty dad.
Yeah, dirty. My dad was a dirty.
God, if I was your dad, I would have thought you were too dumb to understand.
No, I fucking. Well,
Me
shut
think
up.
he was dumb like me.
No, I knew. I fucking knew.
I know that Maisie doesn't know what marijuana is, but the dirty dads thing is a little too close.
It's
I
around
gotta
the
go
corner.
pills
It's
only. I
around
gotta
the
get
corner.
rid of the vapes.
So the reason I'm taking him is that Crystal wants to go to see Avett Brothers, right? And then so we could just have my mom watch the boys or whatever go, but she
why not
knows
bring
I'm going to
them?
bitch about because I'm like, we just went to we're going to drive to Tampa. It's at night. It ends at 9:30. Like we'll be home by 11, whatever. We're going to Moab next weekend. Like I'm going to start bitching about
Why
it.
doesn't she just take a friend with her that likes the band?
Got no friends.
Yeah, that's what happens. When you got no friends, you have to bring your entire family.
Too much of a bitch.
Sounds like she was partying with her friends last weekend. You went to bed like an old man.
Well, all our friends
Yeah,
are
yeah.
somewhere else. Anyway, I'm our only friend here. But
Oh, that's
anyway,
sad.
Yeah, that's like me
she's
and
my
Andrea.
only friend.
Yeah.
So the but I'm going to bring my sons, or the aspect or the thought of bringing my sons to this. I'm able to build what I believe is the fantasy memories they're going to have when they're older and they look back and like, I remember mom and dad took me to
Like what I just
concerts
described.
or whatever.
Yeah,
and
that's
they
the only
took me-
memory I have of the concert is the weed smoking. Swear to God, that's all I
Not
remember.
the flute
Yeah, but it's
playing?
it's
I
something.
do remember a little bit of the flute playing,
Yeah.
and then the weed smoking, and then
What a
falling asleep
lovely
in the
memory.
van. Falling asleep in the van as he drove all the way back home from Tampa to Cape Coral.
It's something.
Yeah, it is something. I remember
If I-
all of that, dude.
So if I don't do that, we stay home. They're not going to remember that
Right.
because they're just going to be home watching their fucking iPads
I
or
get
just
it.
hanging out in the pool doing the same
You're
old
right,
shit.
you're right, you're
And,
right.
like,
if only Willie Nelson had a video game.
and so that is the motivator to me, just building the memories of their life, and then I'll put it
But
on my
building memory sounds really gay.
but also, this is why I'm building my Instagram to only. There's no reason beyond so that my sons can look back and
Right.
then look at this amazing life. Not and all the bad I didn't take. It's only
Yeah,
good.
only good stuff.
All the adventures.
That shit will be deleted by the time they go. Just like MySpace. All my MySpace
My
pictures.
daughter's just
Oh,
gonna
that's
gone.
true.
Yeah, my daughter's just
Yeah.
gonna see a bunch of pictures of Dansby.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like I love my dog.
Yeah, I hope in the future Instagram like makes you pay per month to store that, and my sons are like, no, thank you. The whole life,
Yeah,
all
God.
my life.
I mean, that's what I did with all my family photos. I was like,
Yeah.
throw them away.
But your whole life you spent building something, and then you're like, no, thank you. You're like, what was that thing?
Because it really only matters if it means something to them.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like-
it probably will.
Yeah, I think it will. I mean, there are some
betting
things,
on
but
it.
yeah, you hope that it will. You know,
I bought an old school Vera and Daddy like hardwood cover, like burnt wood thing. I was gonna take a picture every like once a week, like do something special with her, and then put it in the book, like an actual printable photo. You know, like not a digital.
Right.
But like a
Yeah,
printable.
yeah.
So I got that. I was gonna start
like
doing
that.
that.
That's good,
Something
man.
different.
Yeah, all that stuff.
don't tell people that you're doing this.
Well,
Yeah. They'll make fun of you.
It'll all last about 7 months, and
Yeah.
then you'll forget.
You'll go
to-
hard for 7 months, and then you'll be like, you know what? I think I got the gist. I know what's happening
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. And then it starts to dawn on you, like, this kid's never going to care about this shit. Because guess what? I didn't care when my mom handed
Yeah.
me the baby book. You know, like,
Andrea
By the
said-
time you're 40, you would, because now I care.
Andrea starts
You
out
do?
hard. She's like, every morning I write an email to Maisie. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you don't-
every fucking
You think you're
morning.
gonna go back and read
you
that?
write
That's
an
a lot.
email. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard for us to talk to our parents once a week on the phone.
I know.
We're gonna go back and read every letter your mom wrote you, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I barely. Oh my god, tomorrow's Andrea's birthday. I got to do something.
It's a 40.
Yeah, I know. I got to do something big. I know. What are you supposed to? I got to
Well,
plan a party.
Aren't you, you're taking her to the
40?
Sam Rivers thing, right?
No, we can't go. We can't go now because she's got to go into town. Oh shit! I got to figure something out.
It's a 40th birthday. You just thought of it right now.
Yeah. Who's got?
Damn, it's a big big
Email
one.
me if you have anything to offer.
What else?
Oh,
What do you got?
Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah.
Show at
Daniel will take anything.
I'll take it.
Take her to a
Anything's better than anything's
free karate
better than
class.
nothing. Free karate class. There we go.
That's
we
it's
got
on the
something.
list.
We got something. That's an adventure. We're making memories here. It's all about building the Instagram.
Speaking of Instagram, so recently Sam took a video of Daniel cleaning her ice maker, and then me changing a light bulb, which are all.
This is the bullshit we have to do around this.
I saw that. I was like, what is this going on?
Yeah. And by the way, these are tasks that we've been putting off for how long, Sam? I mean, I'm not even joking. An insane amount of time. Like I haven't changed. We've never changed light bulbs.
We've never
7
changed
years.
light bulbs.
Yeah, they burn out every once in a while.
The ice maker,
they're LEDs, right?
The ice maker, we were just letting it roll.
I used the wrong ones. It's all blue in here. So everything's blue.
Yeah.
Look at the goddamn cameras. It's all blue room.
The light in here is so fluorescent. When I look at a piece of white paper, it blows my irises out.
I can't even read my notes.
It's funny. I used to like that color, and literally like a year ago, I changed all of them to like that soft red or
Yeah, the
warm,
warmer.
the warm,
yeah, the
warm
blue
color.
light's bad for you, but Tom went extra blue.
I changed
trying to
one,
kill us.
and then I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then I couldn't.
You're trying to kill it. If you look at the camera right now, you are straight purple. Your face is purple.
Yours is the most blue.
Yeah, he's the brightest.
You look like alcoholic goatee grimace.
Why are they blue? It said
You
daylight.
look like midlight
Yeah, you're
grimace.
right. It does
The
look
sky is blue.
purple.
Look how blue he is. He look midlight grimace.
He looks purple. In
He
that.
does. He looks purple with a mustache.
Yeah,
your
so,
veins.
so anyway, Sam's like, we got to do social media of this, and I'm bitching about it. I'm like, what is this? And then so then Sam.
Can we not bitch about Sam doing social media for us?
I was gonna say,
we needed to do that. And you're like, Sam, bitch,
I'm trying to help your business.
Yeah, so she's doing it, and then you were a video with the ice machine before I cleaned it, which I was like, I don't know if we should put that out because,
You did scream, "Don't film
I was
that."
like, don't film that. It was horrifying.
Well, by the way, I've been drinking that mildew ice
I
for a
know.
long time.
That's why you got the.
We had to do that once a week at Smoothie King. The entire commercial industrial way.
You know how long that's
yeah. Oh my God.
Once a week,
Ours was dirtier than the water in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
It was
God.
just straight. I mean, it was like sludge.
Remember when I found the mold in ice mold, and that's when I stopped.
You were like, nobody. I will give you
Started
credit.
making little
Black
mold
nuggets.
Brown
It made these little brown, gray, black nuggets.
ice mold nuggets.
nuggets.
Little ice nuggets, and then he would.
That's
he
where your
was,
throat's all
and
gross
then you were
and forming.
drinking it, and you looked in there, and you went. This is all he did. Ready? He just went. That's it. Then he stopped. He didn't tell me to clean the ice machine. He didn't say there was a problem. He didn't complain. He didn't say he was worried. He just said, and that was the last, and then he just turned it off. And that's the last. And then it just sat there.
Why did you
for
not just
months?
throw it
And then
away?
the shit
It's like,
flies came
Well,
back.
Because buy a new one that's cheaper than my pay.
Oh, dude, that shit was $800.
The chat room's talking about my clapback. Yeah, then some guy said, "Dad, don't use bleach,"
That's
and then I
$800?
clap back
Yeah.
with, "Are you fucking Mr. GE? Because I'm in the manual, you dipshit."
Well, that's what I wanted to say is that did you think Daniel didn't read the manual to learn how to clean it? Like, if it was me cleaning
Yeah.
it, you start screaming, "Don't drink the ice."
Do you
You'll all be
listen to
dead.
the fucking show?
Like,
Like, you don't? Do you listen to the show?
Immediately after, I put the wrong light bulb in. Like, that's the thing. That is it. That's all we got.
Yeah, all these people giving me shit because they're like, "Oh, please tell me you're not using bleach, amateur hour." I'm like, "Well, the fucking manual says
Yeah, I
to
would
put
use
in a
bleach.
cap full of bleach with 5 cups of water, and I measured it out."
I bleach
did-
everything. Like this once a week just gets tons of bleach and it sits in bleach for a long.
bleach.
Yeah, I bleach the shit out of
I
myself.
don't
Well,
know.
that's what it's
Yeah.
made for, is to
It's-
clean.
Yeah, it's
My
to
stomach is probably real clean because of
I
it.
mean, but like, I guess if it's diluted,
Yeah, you can drink bleach. Like
Yeah,
you can to disinfect.
I know I
water,
did it
you can
during
put
the COVID. You're not getting me vaccinated. I'm not dropping dead like all these people.
I like to wipe my face a bunch. Like just.
I could feel my face heat up during that test of the alert. Did you guys feel that? When that alert went off, my face got hot. I knew it.
Oh, is that?
I texted Andrea. I go, my cheeks are hot.
Is that how the government's
I don't know. I'm just being silly.
It is crazy that they can alert every human in the United States at once. That's crazy.
Not me. I turned everything off.
Can you turn that off?
If your phone's
There's
not
something
on.
floating around that showed you how to turn it off. But what the hell is the point? Why?
Well, I guess, I
get
mean,
it.
the thing is, like, if the government needs to actually alert me, I'll find out, eventually.
Yeah, somebody will be like, hey, did you hear that alert?
Yeah, I'll see it on X.
Yeah, I'll see you on X. I'm still on X. All the porn stars, they all put up their unedited videos on X.
All right, let's take a break.
Yes, sir.
And then when we come back, we have like a handful of dump them out topics. We'll just rock it through them.
Dirty daddies.
God.
My wife in there?
She was.
If Andrea's in there, I didn't download the entire thing from Andrea, but I'm wondering if Andrea said, "Does your daddy smell dirty?" or anything, or is that, should I not even address that?
I'm surprised you never smelled it in your bedroom.
I'm pretty careful, dude.
Oh well, my advice is to give him a preemptive. Hey, you might smell some stuff going on here. Just so you know, that's what this is. Like I would have that
just
conversation.
So you know,
with
it's
them.
fairy farts, and you can say fairy farts.
But why tell them if they're never going to put two and two together?
They
anyway?
are
No,
gonna
I
fucking
wouldn't
do it.
put. I
should
wouldn't tell
automatically
them.
think that they are.
Let them go. What the hell is that? And then go. I know.
I mean, let's say it's a cigar.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a lot of cartoon mice around here smoking cigars.
That's what a cigar smells like. Whatever. I mean, your parents light it, and then when you get older, you're like, oh, I get it. It doesn't matter.
I was like, what was that
So
noise?
what's the point of your line
Your
to
mom
it?
was
Did you
doing
have
her.
that?
Your mom was doing her sit-ups. Sounded like she was getting squished by a small man. All right. The name of the band is Heavenward. The name of the song is Gasoline. We'll be back with more on Mediocre Time. 1-844-TOMN-DON. D-O-N? D-A-N. D-A-N. That's how I spell my name. Show at TomandDan.com for last-minute emails. We'll be right back.
If you have a party coming up, any sort of event, Gringos Locos Catering would be perfect. You can get the Double D bar. They could bring all the ingredients to you and leave them. They can have employees make Double D tacos for you at their event.
It's amazing. How come we've never said 1-866-407-TACO? That's their number.
Yeah.
We've never even said that.
You're right.
Yeah, if you want that catering, if you call 1-866-407-TACO, you can do exactly what Tom is saying to do.
Yeah.
In fact, for your holiday party, don't even bother making people show up. You know what you can do? Don't tell your employees, meet me at the ale house. Don't do that. They don't want to do that. Bring it to them and feed them.
Yep.
Feed them and then give them money.
Mention Tom and Dan, 10% off all catering orders.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Also, multiple locations. They got downtown location. They have Milk District, a Michigan Avenue.
Yeah, Sodo location, UCF, Amway. They got a couple in there if you want to eat something a little bit better than a gray hot dog.
Yeah, right above our Tom and Dan section at the Amway for the Solar Bears games is Gringos there. So whether you want catering, again, mention Tom and Dan for 10% off, or any delicious Double D's, quesadilla. They've got the Mouth Hugger burritos.
Yeah. You can check it all out at gringoslocos.com. Go there and tell them that Tom and Dan sent you.
Last night, kicking your teeth in. I wanted to be friends.
Welcome back to a Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Let's do some dump them out.
All right, buddy. Let me get the button of the old dump them out. Did we skip it last week? No, we did it. We did it. Everybody.
We've got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottomics.
Dump 'em Out brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Sorry, it was an early Mo.
And then also TheDangerBrain.com. If you're looking for any branding, they are a branding agency that has been helping us for more than a decade now.
Yeah, man. We love Sebastian and Fonz. Get a hold of the Danger Brains and get yourself a wonderful new representation of your brand.
All right, so where do you want to start here?
You want to start at the top? We got a OnlyFans girl at the post office.
Yeah, did we already tell that story about the lady? Did I tell that
not
story?
on air.
I don't think so.
Okay, so I saw this. It's just worth mentioning because I'm here for it. Pull up at the post office to go and check to see if we have any checks that came through or any lawsuits, because that's all we get there. And when I pull up, I look to my right, and I see a lady who's obviously doing like FaceTime. She's got her like pop socket out, and she's like, or not, maybe not FaceTime, but she's at least doing a selfie video. And she's like talking and doing all this kind of stuff. And then she runs around to the back of her SUV and hits the button, and then the back of the SUV opens up, and she's still kind of talking, looking at her phone. And I look in the back of her car, and I see just a myriad of different packages and stuff. And then she goes and takes her skirt and pulls it up and is like, woo, 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 and just starts popping it like, yeah, 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 like doing the Britney Spears, like
no underwear on?
No, she had on panties, but remember, from my angle, I can only see the dresses down.
Oh, okay.
She's pulling it up in the front. I'm not really seeing anything, but I immediately started cultivating.
Masturbating.
No, I started cultivating like a scenario in my brain about how this lady obviously has an OnlyFans, and everything in the back of her car, she was selling just a heap of her panties. That's what I thought, is that she was selling little packages of her underpants that had been on her body, and she was obviously an OnlyFanser, and God bless you. Thank you for your service, ma'am. Good job.
Some type of influencer.
Yes, something.
She looked good, like, to do that?
Yeah, but a little bit older. Certainly not a in your 20s girl. A little bit thicker, but yeah, I mean, it was good. I know. Okay, yeah, playing your role. But yes, thank you.
Okay.
But yeah, it was good. It was good. Very
Tons
tan.
of people making money that way.
Tons. And this was my first time that I'd seen it. Looked as if she was filming a video like, hey guys, all my panties are here. I'm shipping them out now, and you know what I'm not in. Pop, pop, pop. Pop that pussy.
What else we got?
The kid who got lost at dance?
Oh, yeah. There was a kid that, I don't know if this ever happened to anybody else, but at Maisie's Dance Academy, there's a child that went missing, and they couldn't find the kid, and then the kid, it was like hours, and, and they called the cops. And,
right, got the cops.
And the cops showed up, and then the kid was in the back break room behind a chair. So I just
just hiding back
just
there?
hiding behind a chair, yeah.
That's crazy.
And
they must have been freaking out, right?
They were freaking out, and they called the cops. It was like a big deal, and he was on his father's cell phone playing Roblox when they found him, and they asked him, why didn't you answer when we were calling your name? And he said, I was playing Roblox.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it like a 2-3-year-old, like real young, or
No.
like
6,
okay.
5 or 6.
Were the parents like going crazy?
I asked Andrea that. I was like, were the parents losing their minds? No, the lady was just like pacing.
Okay,
Even Maisie was downloading me because Maisie was watching the whole thing, and Maisie's like, no, she was just pacing back and forth. But like, yeah, I don't know how I would react. I've never had that happen.
You totally lose your mind, panic.
I think I would, right?
But then when the kid, you find the kid, he's just behind the chair on his phone.
Oh, he was 9. Andrea's in the chat room.
Oh, 9? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but he was on the phone, just like watching videos and just sitting there behind a chair.
No, I mean, that's ridiculous. Tommy's 9 years old,
But Maisie was.
Did he have a problem?
No, I asked that
He
too.
was just zoned in on his game,
He
bro.
was zoned in on his game.
Problems.
He didn't. I asked.
Yeah, but if people are screing.
I asked
your
Maisie,
name.
I go, was he?
Yeah.
I go, was he?
A lot of people at that hockey game were like, Tom!
He's behind the chair playing his games.
I have a set of special needs.
I have a set of special needs.
Dan almost got by a scammer.
Yeah, we can skip that one.
All
We'll do that
right.
on
What
AC2.
about the single dad with a kid crying at the city match?
This one was really fun to watch. So, I forgot to tell you guys this. I remembered it later. So, I went to the city match. Remember, Kay Rollins got me these awesome club level tickets. Everything's free. Drinks, food, it's literally, how many beers do you want, sir? And they just shoot them at you. Just tons of ice cold Coors Lights for everybody. It was amazing. And there was this one guy that had club level seats. And I guess he had gone with his daughter, and his daughter was a little bit younger than our kids. So I'm thinking, again, like 5 or 6.
Okay.
And it's a single dad. He's there by himself, and he's with his daughter, and this kid would not stop crying at all. And he was inside, and to the point where the kid was sitting at the bar with him, and she's just scream crying.
Oh.
And he didn't know what, it was like he didn't know what to do.
Give her some beer.
At all. And at one point, he picks the little girl up and looks like
Shakes
he's
her.
like handing it to another, like to one of the bartenders, like, here, I don't know what to do. I've never seen
Well,
somebody.
you leave, you dumbass.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I would have been considering
What do you mean you don't know what to do?
No.
Like,
He
you
was,
leave.
He was still going to stay. He just didn't want to.
Deal
like
with
he
a
didn't
crying
know
baby.
what. Well, he didn't know what to do. I've never seen a dad that like he looked so out of place. He'd be like as she's crying, he would be like,
You sure that was the dad?
Yeah,
Not some kidnapper?
Dude, there are some parents
completely
that,
clueless.
That really don't know how to handle babies, which is crazy.
But if she's 5, how?
But one of them is doing the work. The mom was obviously doing all.
There are people out there that do not need to have kids.
Yeah,
I mean, like
totally
that's
and,
just.
and this was one of those scenarios.
Although it's weird that the mom will let the dad, because usually the mom knows if the dad
dad's
doesn't,
an idiot and doesn't know what
or
to do.
just doesn't have very many baby interactions. So some dads, Seth, you'll see this. Like there's a certain period of time where it's mommy kid
Only, yeah.
For a
Yeah.
you interact with your kid and stuff, but the baby is like it's trying to survive,
Yeah.
so it needs like
It needs the mother more than you.
It needs to be fed,
Yeah.
and you feed it. And
You'll
stuff
be polishing your katanas. You know what I mean?
but then as they get older, but some dads or even moms don't even know how to handle their crying baby because they don't have experience.
This looked poorly planned from even the tickets, right? Why would you spend that much money to bring a 5-year-old or somebody who's a baby into club level? Right? I mean, it's a waste of money.
Yeah,
That's hundreds of dollars you're spending.
Even for a fight.
Yeah, it just looked, the whole thing looked poorly planned. Plus, they're sitting at the bar. Who sits at the bar with a baby?
Yeah.
And the baby's in a bar stool. It was weird, dude.
I don't know.
That-
That
You see
happened
that a lot?
at an Irish bar this
Weird.
past weekend where Trav and I were like, why the fuck would you
If
bring
the
this baby
baby's
here?
quiet, fine. If it's not interrupting me, but still,
No, it's
why is
still
a baby
weird to have a
here?
baby.
It
I'm
was
fine with a baby at a bar. Really,
I'm fine with a baby at a bar.
Well, only because it's like if it's the problem is the alcohol thing.
No,
really,
it's your baby's going to be touching everybody's glasses and scream crying and shitting their pants next to you.
The
and
scream
they're
crying.
Oh, I do that
The
anyway.
scream
a
crying.
crying baby shouldn't be brought anywhere.
No,
or
But-
handled.
and that was the problem. But anyway, yeah, it was not good. And he
Were
should
you guys all giving him stink eyes, like shaming him? Like, come on, dude.
No, the cool part about it was the staff at the Exploria Stadium, in that club level area, was actually trying to help parent. Like they were actually trying to help this guy out because this kid was like obviously not having it, and it wasn't like a kid that didn't seemingly had issues or anything like that. It was just like he didn't know what to do and he was causing problems. So the big black mamas back there were like, "We'll take it, baby, because you are out of your league here."
That's sad.
Daniel, tell us about your fog machine chiller.
Ooh, okay. So I'm stepping up my pumpkins.
Yeah.
I do my pumpkin display every single year. I have singing pumpkins. I have a projector that projects the faces of these pumpkins onto 3 different sized pumpkins. One named Denton, one named Lefty, and then the center one, I don't know his name. I don't even know if he has a name. I think it's Jack Pumpkin or something. But then they sing all different songs. Like I got Bohemian Rhapsody, I got Thunderstruck, I got Thriller, I got Neverending Story.
Nice.
I've got all kinds of crazy songs. Yes, Tom.
You should choose all songs that have a little bit of a problem to them, like "I Believe I Could Fly."
Yes.
Yeah.
The Richmond, north of Richmond.
Yeah,
like put that in-
every controversial song
Yeah,
you can think of.
Yeah, put them all in there.
R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, Fudge Rounds, the whole thing.
I give it the whole fudge round. But
and then just so everybody's standing outside and be like, did he do this on purpose?
yeah,
Like, he had to have. Right?
I've been I do this. This is going to be my 3rd year. Yeah, this is my 3rd year of putting out this display. Every year I try to add a little something more. So I added burlap one time, and then I added some crates that I set the pumpkins on to make them I think it's a pretty impressive display. But the one thing that I can never get right is the stolen fog machine that we stole from Tactical Hat.
Yeah.
Our listener, you stole it from him, and then you gave it to me, and now it's mine now. Like it is mine.
Yeah, you're never giving it
I'm
back.
never giving it back. I own it. And the only problem I was having with this stolen fog machine is that when I put the extra premium low-lying fog juice in it, that it would toot out. So I put the fog machine behind the pumpkins inside the crate. Then I wrapped it in burlap. So now when the fog comes out, it seeps through the burlap, but then it goes up in front of the projection.
I feel like the
I don't
burlap
need that.
would stifle it.
No, it doesn't. The burlap breathes and it kind of disperses it, but I need my fog. I'm like, how do I keep this fog on the ground? I bought the low-lying fog juice, but it doesn't work. So I've been doing my research. And then all the Hollywood big shots that do this, that's what they call them, Hollywood big shots, they were like, you amateur, you fucking idiot, you got to chill your fog. You need a fog chiller. So Froggy Fogs sells you can make your own out of a kitty litter box, but I don't have the time to do that. I don't have time to be drilling a Tidy Cat, the yellow Tidy Cat box, and then you run the PVC. I don't have time to do that. I wanted to do that, but then Andrea was right. Andrea's like, don't do that. Andrea supported me I bought a fog chiller. It's a little box, and I put my fogger in it, like next to it.
Yeah.
And then it shoots the fog in, and I fill it with ice, and it has a network of PVC inside of it that cools my fog down. So when it comes out the other pipe, it's real cold, low-lying fog to make it look like a spooky bog.
Because it's the
gonna be
temperature.
awesome,
the
dude.
temperature of the fog keeps it low.
Yes, yeah. And in fact, there's even more science to it. I've read so much about this. In fact, that fog comes out at about 109 to 116 degrees when it comes out. And because there's so much ice in there, and because you have so much PVC tubing in there, when that fog goes in there at about 109, it actually creates real fog because of the temperature difference, which mixes with the low-lying fog juice, and the water molecules are heavier because it's cold and they're slowed down, and it keeps it like closer to the ground. So the water molecules in there are actually slower moving, so they keep it heavier and lower to the ground.
How many nerds? yeah.
That's cool, right? I'm so excited about this. It's supposed to come today when I get done with the show.
You haven't tried it yet?
No, I haven't tried. When I get done with the show, I get to go home.
It's not going to work.
I get to go home. I mount it behind my pumpkins, and then when that fog comes out, it's going to look like a spooky bog. Oh, it's going to be so
It'd
great.
be cool to do karate in the dojo, actually. I'm thinking, actually. It'd be kind of cool.
I mean,
you want a fog chiller?
Like an old Japanese mountain training thing.
Do it, man. Do it.
I might just do that for regular class.
Do it for regular class. No other dojos doing low-lying fog.
That's true.
No other like home of the low-lying fog.
People are twisting their ankles because they can't see the floor.
Kids would love it.
How many nerd dads out there spend more time on their decorations?
Oh, you mean or their wife's birthday?
Yeah, I'm about to say. Then their relationship, they're working on their relationship with their kids or whatever. They're like Daniel's out there tinkering with his fog machine.
Well, he's got to keep up, man. Baldwin Park. It's just
they go hard.
He's got to
You can't just have a fucking spider web out there. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Did you do your spider web yet?
I'm doing it today.
Okay.
Today's the day we put it all out there. By the way, we got a jumping spider that scares people.
I love that one.
Yeah.
That one's great.
And I did think, and this is a question for Mo.
Did you instantly hate it when you bought it because A, it's fun, and B, it's a giant waste of money?
Well,
the boys like it.
The boys liked it, and they picked it. We pick out a new Halloween decoration every year. It's like a tradition. We go.
It's the one that goes forward.
Yeah.
I fucking love that one.
We go to the Halloween store. They pick out one each.
Each?
Yeah.
And then, where do you store these?
They're building a display.
It's a garage.
I know where it is. In Gasoline Alley.
Yeah. But I did think, and she was like, "Oh, we'll put it next to the Ring doorbell. That way, when the mailman comes,
That's fucked up.
This is Crystal.
Crystal goes hard as fuck, man.
So you already fuck with the trash man by never following the directions. Now you're fucking with the postal workers?
They hate public servants.
My God.
Someone shit on our bills.
Someone shit on
So Crystal's like, and then that way we can catch it on the Ring doorbell. Anytime someone comes up to the door, the spider will jump out.
That's a bullshit.
And then I was like, well, what if someone like a UPS driver or some shit, or the mailman, like gets scared and then like hits his head, or can they sue
What if he
us?
says something he shouldn't? What if he yells the N-word?
Well, then I'll send you the video. We'll laugh and laugh. But I'm just saying, could we get sued for scaring someone and them hurting themselves?
Yes.
No, they're on your property.
No, I think you
illegally.
could.
Well, maybe not illegally.
You're pranking them. They're the postal workers.
They're delivering the federal mail.
I absolutely think you could. Like,
Yes.
I absolutely think, because
They're
I
going to
know,
have the heart attack.
I know the
It's
way.
the whole nuisance thing that you were telling me about.
Yeah,
I know
attractive nuisance.
I know the way that your little pathway is, and there's those square stones that go, and then there's other rock. And if you step off the square stones, it's not sure-footed. So if you scared a bigger mailman with that, and he stumbled backwards and then got his foot in the little rocks, he's as good as dead. I mean, that guy could be a vegetable.
Well, here's the thing. You get hurt and then you sue. I mean, you could sue my
do you still have all the
homeowners.
plants everywhere? The little broken Tommy and Max statue?
There's broken shells.
I was going to say there was broken shells everywhere.
Yeah, it's like walking through Pompeii. It's like there's burned out things everywhere.
Stuff to trip on. There's dead plants and pots. Like it's a hazard for sure. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm going to ask Mo.
I'm glad you got the jumping spider. That makes me happy. That's a good one.
There's tons of people that scare people with Halloween stuff, and no one sues them, right? Or is there lawsuits
this
every
is a
year?
great question that we've never brought up. Remember that legendary video? It still makes me belly laugh.
God, I wish there was someone we could call.
the legendary video of the black dude that's walking. Everybody knows this video. He's walking up, and there's a scarecrow sitting in a chair, and the black dude walks up to the door with like his kids, and then the scarecrow stands up, and the black dude just goes instinctually. He's just like, don't drops him.
Yeah, punches his face.
And then the guy's like, ow.
But that's on him, the guy that scared the dude. I'm saying if I scare the mailman, he trips over my shelves.
That's on you.
And then falls and
that's
hits
on
his
you.
head. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, liable.
100%.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of lawsuits.
Oh, wow.
Really?
For
You gotta
for
put
Halloween
a sign. You gotta put a sign that says it's on you. That's
Well,
what
I
No
wanna
Effects
scare
did.
them.
No Effects did. He said no moshing, no fun, don't be jumping around. This is on you.
We lucked out with the Jungle Haunted House then, because we did some crazy stuff in there.
Did anyone get hurt though?
Nobody got hurt.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're not going to.
But I don't know how.
Are you bringing it back?
No, we don't have time for that. I wish we did. Because
I remember I went through there, had guys jacking me off, grabbing my ass.
I mean, I threw push kicks at people, just kicking them in the cars.
Oh, I'll tell you guys, it finally happened last night. So
got your period.
I told Tommy about that too.
Heroin and periods, huh? But you won't talk to him about weed. You're fucking weird, man.
You know how to ruin a hot tub.
Like,
Hey, before I get in the hot tub, we'll talk about heroin and period.
I'm like, they get real crazy right before. Anyway,
You call it the werewolf time.
They
my
get
dad.
crazy, but their titties get engorged, which is a good trade.
So
Tracy's boobs. Oh my god.
You like them, right?
Oh, yeah, they're fun.
Yeah. Andrew got big
But I'm
milkers
nervous.
that I'd have her get on top of me, and I'd be like, lower them down.
I'm just nervous now because you're not supposed to mess with the nipple anymore.
That's bullshit.
Because I play
Well,
with
the
it.
milk comes later.
You're fine.
No, it stimulates and it creates fake
No, you're fine.
contractions.
No,
as they
don't.
said.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
They
Suck
told me the
'em
doctor
good.
said don't play with the nipples.
No, suck them
Oh,
good.
what
Those
doctor
doctors,
you
yeah,
see?
you go to your Dr. Daddy says you suck them good.
I went to this old Hungarian doctor, and he told me,
I know
he's
that guy.
He's like, everybody have baby. That was it. He's like, you don't have to do nothing.
You heard from that guy.
Anyway.
Dr. Hungry.
So it happened, and this is what happened. I knew it was coming, but Max, he's into music. Tommy doesn't give a shit except for Wheels of Steel by Outkast.
Well, he's good taste.
That's the only
If you're going to be a nerd not into music, if you pick one good song, Wheels of Steel, Outkast, that's a solid choice.
And he also prefers the shoes that, let's say, Flavor Flav would pick.
He does.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying,
Really?
like, every time we go to buy him shoes, he's like, I'll get the Boys. We don't say anything, but I'm like,
he does.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you know what it
crazy.
means.
They're very
Imagine
crazy.
in what
Just
kind
loud,
of
just
shoes
very
Flavor
loud.
Flav would
Yeah.
I
wear.
think he just wears white.
No, yeah, big high top red, bright red.
Big, bright reds.
And then he had Fila's
big
before
red
he had high top.
The Fila's were like, they were socks.
Yeah, they
were
had
like,
zipper.
they had like, they were like wetsuit
Anyway,
booties. Did he get a new pair?
So yeah, the big reds, like big high top red,
reds.
like bright red.
He likes the red.
Anyway, so Max is like, I know the lyrics of the song, but I don't know the name of the song, and I want to hear it. And I was like, just tell me the lyrics, and I'll type it in Google, and then it'll tell me the name. He's like, oh, which I probably shouldn't have said because, I'm worried about them knowing that anything is like on Google, anything that you type will
You don't
pop
think
up.
at 8 and 9 they don't know that,
my
dude.
God.
All their friends probably have phones.
I
That's
know,
cool.
but they haven't said to me like,
Of course, they're not going to tell you. They're going to narc on themselves. You were a kid kid, man. You know how kids
Yeah, I
are.
don't know how you're being so ignorant, dude.
I may be different for you, but I did ask Maisie if she's used a web browser, and she didn't know.
She
what
might not
it
know
is.
what that
why'd you
means.
call web browser?
No, but Chrome, anything. Like I showed her what
I-
it is, and she doesn't have. Like they don't do that at school. She doesn't have access to that on her pad. Her
None of her
friends
friends
might.
do?
I don't know, but I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
It's
Wait,
a
they
wi-
can't just go to any way. Well,
She can't.
I don't know.
Like they don't know.
She can't go there and do that.
They
She
must
does-
be the most like
She doesn't even
insulated
know
children of all time.
Well, no, but she doesn't even know what a website is. Like she doesn't have free internet access. Like she doesn't have the ability
Just
to
to pay for it?
Yeah, she's
I
on
know,
dial-up.
I know
By
this,
minute.
I know this is my Miami friend syndrome, but all my friends' kids don't have free access to Google or
No,
like
I'm
Taco
telling
Bell.
you,
so
I'm
maybe
telling
I
you
don't
my
know.
kid doesn't either.
Maybe I don't
It's
know how
not-
that works. Then I didn't know you can give him a phone and stop that stuff from
I
happening.
think
I don't.
it's
know.
on it. It's on the. I mean, it's literally in the wave about to crash, but I don't think we're there yet.
Okay.
We're not quite.
Or
not
they have
quite there
internet search blocks and stuff, but they don't even ever go.
It's not a
If they're on
It's
YouTube,
close.
they see
It's-
some.
oh, yeah,
if they're on
yeah.
YouTube, they can see some.
yet.
Fucked
No,
up
I have
shit.
her screen mirrored. I know exactly what she goes to, and it's not a thing.
Anyway, this is what. So I searched the lyrics to the song that he wants to find, right? And then so I put it in there, and then it pops up, right? AJR, and the song is called Finale. And then when it popped up, it was like it's called The Finale, and then it has some other stuff. So I was like, oh, it's called The Final. And then Max would look at it, and he's like, oh, it says Finale, and then he walks away. And then I'm like, man. Like my son knew how to read better than I
Yeah.
did. Like I actually got a little. I was like, I knew this day was coming, but it just happened for real, and this wasn't a joke. And I looked at Finale, and I thought it said Final first, and then my son recognized that it didn't say Final.
I remember when my dad did that.
So did you
I
think
still remember,
differently?
and no, I did. I was like, oh my god, I'm smarter than my dad. I've told this story before. I'm trying to remember what it was that I said, but yeah,
God.
there's a time when my dad said something, and I was like, oh my god, that guy's a fucking idiot. I remember thinking that. I was like, I've surpassed him.
God.
I've surpassed him. Or I remember thinking, not that I'd surpassed him, but I remember thinking that his old feeble brain was dying. And I'm
You're like, oh, he's not as good as I thought he was.
And I remember, and then he'd be like, you still can't beat me up, boy. And I'd be like, yeah, right. You know, like that's when that starts. Where you start to feel sorry for your dad.
Oh, man.
You know, where you start to see your dad do stuff. Like when they'll listen, then they'll start to listen to you pee, and then you're going to pee slower, and they're going to feel sorry for you. Then you're going to forget the punchlines to your own jokes, or you're going to mess up a story that they've heard before, and they're going to start feeling sorry for you. I'm telling you, I did this.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I remember. I remember all of this.
I'm going to start doing testosterone.
That'll help.
Big.
You got the big. You look at that body. Theo Von says that Rogan looks like a turkey tied up with string. You get that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is that the guys are doing. I don't know.
No,
what
it's a
that is.
thing.
I know it is.
My
I see it.
organs are big.
And it is from testosterone, I believe. I think it is from playing with the growth hormone. You get that turkey body, where you end up
Well,
looking.
you got big organs.
You got big organs. I
You're
think.
big, you're strong
But
organs.
it's everything. It's like the stuff you don't think about, right? Like you think about your lungs, your liver, your pancreas. You think about stuff like that, but you don't think about your gallbladder, big fat gallbladder.
That's all in there.
Inflamed.
They're all strong in
Oh,
there.
big, and your intestines get big and thick like a battle rope. You got like big battle rope intestines.
Battle rope.
Yeah, you got those
Duke abs.
Yeah, you got those big, and then your abs. You have abs, but your organs in your battle ropes are so fat and disgusting that they start to push through your turkey belly. That's science.
Speaking of disease, so in August, I didn't even tell you guys about this, but
I'm looking at the paper. Do you have diabetes?
Well,
Is that what you're gonna?
all of Crystal's family thinks I do, and
Well, your hands are numb, your feet are purple.
no, it has nothing to do
My
with that.
hands are numb, my feet are purple, and I am an alcoholic.
Well, it has to do with that. So, we're there visiting Crystal's grandma on Marco Island, right? And it's hot as shit. This is before they went back to school, so it was like mid-August, right?
Are you
When it
like,
was hot.
I'm having a hot flash?
No, so then Crystal's grandma and Crystal are up in the apartment, and then I'm fishing with the boys, and then but it's hot as hell or whatever, and so we're sitting out there fishing, and then by the time we get inside for dinner, like Crystal's grandma cooked us dinner or whatever, so I'm hot as shit. I haven't been drinking all day because my cooler of White Claw was up in the apartment, right? So
Idiot.
I go, and it's by the door. So I go, I pour myself a big White Claw in a glass, but it
Yeah.
looks like water, right?
Yeah.
And I like it with ice. So then I start hammering on them, right? During dinner or whatever, we're sitting there. There's like a half an hour before dinner, hammering them, and then during dinner, like I keep going back to refill by the door. Like I'm kind of sneaking it because I don't want to, Chris's grandma to see necessarily. Like I'm drinking.
That is what alcoholics do. Right?
They don't need to know.
No, see, I'm on vacation. We're out, like, and I.
Just drink it. Don't hide it.
And then you do the move that I do. If you sneak like I do, you put the cans back in your own cooler. 'Cause you're like, no need for you to recycle them. I'll take them with me. Leave no trace. Leave no trace, me boy.
I put them back in the cooler.
You know what? Don't listen to anybody else. I got you back.
Yeah, I pour it, and I look around, I put it back in the cooler. Whatever. So,
but then you're mad when you go back in there and you're out of your White Claws and you just pick up and you're all empty. And then you're like a ravaged animal.
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta go to the store.
So anyway, I thought nothing of it, whatever. And then so we spend a couple days there, and before we leave, I go and I'm taking the kids. I take the kids to the car. I say goodbye or whatever, and then Crystal's grandma calls Crystal over, like, hey, Crystal, can I talk to you? And,
dude, this is mortifyingly levels of embarrassment. If somebody, God.
And then Crystal's grandma tells Crystal, she's like, hey, I just want to let you know, I'm worried about TC. I think he has diabetes because I saw him drinking like 5 or 6 waters, like over and over. He was like hammering water, and then like
just like my old Chihuahua, he was super thirsty and had Chihuahua diabetes. He drank it half the day.
Associates like when you start, especially
my Chihuahua
older people,
used to drink 6 cups of water and piss brown.
So then me and Crystal have this joke at the beginning. Crystal tells me that. I'm like, oh my God. So we have this joke, diabetes or alcoholic. And then we had this joke. Now, but then Crystal's grandma started telling other people, like Crystal's mom,
out of control,
and then
now you got to fake like you got to take insulin.
Anybody who visits her, like Crystal's mom,
TC's got diabetes just like my Chihuahua.
Got the sugars.
And then other family members are like referencing, like, oh, is TC okay? We heard he may have diabetes. And then Crystal's like, what do I tell him? You're an alcoholic?
Yeah.
Or like, what are you? I can't tell him you're drinking that many White Claws.
Crystal must be so proud.
Which is worse?
Yeah. So now I'm like, well, just go with the diabetes.
Which would you rather have? The diabetes?
What did Crystal say back to her, though?
No, now it's
That's
a big
a
joke with her
knows.
mom. And she's like, those are White Claw. The mom was she's laughing at my alcoholism.
You married a drunk.
Anyway,
Jeez, that's awful,
diabetes or alcoholic?
But you still might have diabetes.
Which would you rather have?
You could have both for sure.
You could.
I'd rather be an
100%.
alcoholic.
Yeah. I know. I tested myself, and I'm pre-diabetic. No, I'm not.
All right. Anything else there?
I think we hit it all, man. I think we hit it all.
Unless you want to talk about the PP wars in Baldwin, but otherwise,
No,
that was the last thing
and then we had
had
a piece of audio from you that I was going to play.
We're going to do that for the BDM show.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll save that.
because, okay, I'll tell Seth. So, on some,
Just Seth. No one else is listening.
on some show, what show was it? Was it the last BDM show?
Let me pull up the email. It was, yes, the last BDM show.
In the last BDM show, I'm telling a story. I'm getting too excited. You know, I'll mumble and I do the Don Vito and whatever. And somehow, in between me mumbling and saying my next thing, it sounds like I said the N-word with the A at the end.
Do you want to hear it?
No, because it's
I
going to sound like...
You want to hear it?
Yeah, of course I want to hear it.
I mean, now, will you take this as your payment? If I play it one time?
He didn't agree. He was going to pay him.
By the way,
Yeah, but I'm part of the business, too.
hold on. I don't even think we should play because the problem is
you're worried, no?
someone will take this out of context and then it's like, Tom Van said the N-word.
Yeah, but then I'll just say, no, it was taken out of context. That was a private conversation he and I were having.
No.
That's what I'll say.
It's just
That shouldn't have been
just
recorded.
only-
That's what I'll say. I'll say it shouldn't have been recorded.
I think I was saying no, no, something.
No,
Because
I'm trying to say
No, yeah.
Sam, what was your theory that I was trying to say?
Well, because
no?
you were talking about the NoFX show, and I was saying basically like, yeah, you guys weren't going there to like get in a mosh pit, and I think you were saying no, we're not going for that kind of thing. but he's because he after he says the N-word, and then he goes, I'm sensible.
No, right.
Which is like
I'm not going there.
and you said
to
it
get in a mosh
confidently,
pit.
like you were Guy
By the
Torrey.
way,
or
I
somebody.
did not say the N-word,
Here,
but
I'll
it
play
sounds
it.
like
I'll
I
play
mean, you
it.
did.
I will
Well,
say-
you were planning.
Oh, I almost played it. I'm playing it.
I will
Well,
say,
you were planning on like getting in the mosh pit.
No,
right?
yeah.
So.
nigga, I'm sensible.
It's there.
It's plain as day.
No,
Wow.
It's just like these daylight lights.
Yeah,
No.
you were like,
No, no.
Jigga,
I think you're saying no and yeah.
You were
No.
like, Jigga, I'm
I
sensible.
don't even remember what I was talking
And you
about.
actively
but-
put an A on the end of
No,
that. That's
no,
like
no.
a man. That sounds like a man that's been
No.
rapping in his in his Silverado.
Awesome.
No,
You're
I've
fucking
never-
Have you been
bigot.
rapping in your Silverado again?
No, I've never said that as.
What's your favorite Wu-Tang line?
Okay,
Shame on the N-word.
No,
What is it? Do you know it?
No,
It's your favorite Wu-Tang line. It has the N-word in it.
Listen, I did not say that. Just so everybody, that one listener said that I
like
did.
getting in the mosh
Obviously,
pit.
No, yeah,
I would
no.
never say that.
Nigga,
No. It was some.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, that's the best.
Look at how happy.
Okay, that's my $10. That's my
Yeah,
$10.
he's good. He's good. That's right.
All right.
$10 for the day.
Let's go play it every day.
We're gonna play it every day.
Well, what's that there?
Yeah, what's that here?
It's
He's
that
like,
or $10.
So he doesn't even have to do a bit anymore because he didn't do anything today.
Yeah, well, you did the shrug.
I went to Target
was your bid?
for this shit.
$10 on a
I had to
poster.
run out of there, run in to get the stupid cardboard thing. One left, spent $4 on that. So that takes away $6 of my dollars I'm making already.
I gave you other options.
Yeah,
than
there were
you
plenty of other options.
He got
anyway.
paid in N-words.
I have my good bad ready to go for next time.
Okay,
I
there you
have it
go.
ready now.
No, we're done with
Let's
it.
plug some stuff. What do we want to plug today?
We're let's say Karate of Orlando. If you're into,
Show your new shirt.
oh yeah,
That's really
let
cool.
me get one
man.
of those shirts.
Yeah, that's a
Let me
great,
get one of those.
What kind of shirt?
that's a great
Yeah, let
shirt.
me
It's a
stand up.
Karate of Orlando shirt.
So Tracy designed. She did all this.
Trot Trace.
Is that her art?
That's her art.
Okay.
She's amazing, dude.
And then the back is just, this says John Gudo Dojo in the Japanese right there. And then it just says our logo. And
All right.
That's cool. That's really good. Dude. I'll buy one of those. Well done, Tracy.
I have gray ones, but this is a blue one I got for the black box.
I don't need any more gray. Got it all right here.
Karate
So,
of Orlando. Can you buy them online right now?
Instagram, Karate of Orlando. Is that my Instagram? Yeah, Karate of Orlando on Instagram. And then you just send me a message and I'll ship. I shipped 2 already, so.
You have to message you on Instagram.
Well, how else? I don't have it for sale on the website. No, I still need it. I need
Slide in my DMs.
Business. Hold on.
Who am I buying?
Because I sell them, they're all
What am
for
I
my
buying a mixtape from Fat Lou at the corner store? Like, no,
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not-
for my students.
No,
They're
no,
not for
no.
normal people
I
that don't
want a
train.
Shopify, and then I add it to my cart. I add a keychain.
I haven't
It's
done
easy.
that yet.
I add a
I have to
keychain.
message you like, hey, let me get a shirt and then cash app you.
Yeah,
What?
then
Yeah, that's the.
I'm Venmoing you.
They make Shopify
Amateur
easy
hour.
for everybody.
Okay, I need to do that because it's mainly just I sell out all the time and it's only for my students, so I don't think to give them to people that just might want
Whoa!
them.
If we wear one, is it stolen valor?
I mean,
Well, didn't you tell me you're like? I had told Seth, I was like, you could do another good at business. I'm sure you made a bad business decision in your life. He's like, I've only made good.
That's not
business
true.
I said, that's what I said.
not true.
I was like, there's no way that's true.
No.
you don't have. You can't even get your shirts online.
well,
for sale?
that's a bad business decision, but I'm staying true to my moral compass and not having to give it to anyone that's not a student at my dojo. This is only for
the
my
old
people that-
moral compass.
You just laughed at the N word and you said it's the best.
I'm laughing at you doing it.
And you said I don't have to pay you $10 because we played that. What kind of moral compass? Anyway,
Terrible.
all right.
Who's on the show this week?
We'll be releasing a new You Heard About This one this Sunday. So,
Nice.
Tune in. Oh, also our after party is going to be a little late, but we'll be recording that this weekend as well, and also be released on Sunday.
Very cool. What, you want to tease the topic at all, or do we? What's the?
I don't.
Okay. All right.
It's a
fair
surprise.
Enough. There you go.
All right, if you want to do a cameo, we've raised over $100 right now.
Yeah, we have. We have like $106.
We'll have to-
900 more.
I need to gamble real bad, so I'm lowering the bar to 500.
I thought you had diabetes. You needed to gamble so bad.
yeah. So if we get 500, then betting it all 4 times, then we're doing Slam Hog
Yeah,
Fest.
we're gonna do Slam Hog Fest. And,
That doesn't get us that much. The grand prize ought to be $2,000.
Yeah, it's all right.
It'll
It'll lower the
get
quality.
something.
It's gonna lower the quality of our hogs. 100%.
Yeah, we could have got a top
We could have
quality.
literally got.
It's your fault.
We could have gotten the big dog hog. Well, you can't do it. You cheaped out.
All right.
Guys, thank you so much for listening. We certainly do appreciate it. BDMs, we love you. Thank you for subscribing and being with us. Thank you to Matthew for all the hard work he's been putting in on the app. The app is getting better by the minute. There's There's some accessibility issues that we're working on. We got some listeners that may not see that we're trying to activate certain things so they can, be able to use the app a little bit more easily. A couple of other little things in the works, and other things to the website that will be changing very, very soon. Anything else?
That's going to be it. We'll see you on Monday's BDM show.
Hold on, fellas. Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.